What's up, internet? My name is Jake Doxy, and welcome back to another episode of the Doxcast. I'm not going to lie, filming an intro is actually really fucking hard. After countless amount of efforts, I've realized this is probably the best we're going to get, so I'm not going to waste any more of my time, and for the length of the intro, I'm not going to waste any more of your time either. So without further ado, let's get straight into the episode. Alright, you comfortable? Oh, you already know the go. Before we start, I need to say something to you that I say to everyone that comes on, but I would not be saying it if it wasn't true. You're sitting here because I find you interesting. That's because you are an interesting person. I want to learn more about you, how you think, and how you feel, and I love that I have the opportunity to be able to share this experience. So I really appreciate you coming over. Thank you for sitting down. And ladies and gentlemen, the man sitting in front of me today is definitely not the man that I was talking to a year from now. The man sitting in front of me has had the greatest show of maturity out of anyone that I have met, and all the boys think the same thing. He has definitely evolved. And from now on, I won't be calling him Jay, I'll be calling him Daddy. This is Jay Davidson.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Thanks for having me. Ever since you've started it, just been wanting to get on. So here we are. Super proud of how you've come. And
my man. All right, fucking get throwing something back at me straight away. Yeah, sweet. I really meant it when I said that you've matured heaps, bro, heaps. And do people say that to you?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
All the boys, all the time saying it.
Yeah.
This, that, yeah.
It's crazy, bro. And it's like I'm trying to relate it in my own head as to why, but it's like an aura. You know what I mean? It's like it's not even like your actions are necessarily so different. Because you're the same, you know, you're still the same person, but you have a different like sense of maturity.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean.
And like, fuck, bro, I'm gonna pretty much spend this whole episode talking about why you've gotten so mature, and you know, the baby on the way.
Yep.
It's amazing. I can't even speak about it. I'm so excited.
You're telling me.
Yeah. The first thing, like, do you notice a sign of maturity in yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, like just thinking, like, just throughout my actions, just knowing that I'm gonna be a dad and whatnot. It's like different level of just
right, hearing you say living. Dad, it's crazy, man.
It's weird.
Crazy.
It's different.
Yeah, the first one out of all the boys, the first one.
Who would have thought?
No, not me.
12 months ago, who's pitching this?
Not me. Someone flipped the script on that bitch, eh?
Hard.
All right, who would you think would have been the first one to have a kid?
First one to have a kid? Probably would have even been like Fish or Coops, but
you reckon?
Either way, man.
Yeah.
Love those two boys, both dickheads.
Shout out. Oh, also, if you see that red light come off, please tell me, because I gotta fucking, you already know the go. You've been listening. I reckon, I thought I would be the first one to have a kid, bro. I did. Not because of any serious relationship. Just because of,
maybe even Patrick.
Yeah.
Could have been anyone, really.
Yeah. I thought it would have been like, for me, like a fucking wake up one day, didn't know what I did the night before kind of thing. But, fuck, I did not expect it to be you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right. I've got a million questions to ask you about it, and I've timed this so well, bros. I was wanting to get as close as I could to the date.
You're on the date, lad.
I'm on the date. The baby's due today. That is wild. That's fucking wild. And you know what I was also excited for this for? Because I'm trying to implement into this channel like a pre and a post. So I do everyone now and then do everyone again in 6 months to a year. And I want to see how your mindsets change a little bit. Because I think everything that you think now is going to
go different out the window, yeah. Absolutely. Good chance.
All right, tell me how and when you first found out.
So, first found out, I think it was the 19th of April. Obviously, you know, being a girl, you have a period and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't come.
Can you explain to me what that is? No, check. Don't go. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're waiting for like the period to come and whatnot, and it's been like 2 weeks or something. And then we actually went to Woolies, and I'm pretty sure she jokingly said like, "Oh, get a pregnancy test." So I went in, got whatever I had to get, and then on the way out, bought the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Bro, it was so weird buying it. I never had to buy it before.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. It's weird, eh?
Yeah,
It's
bro.
weird.
So I've gone in, bought it, come out, done the test, back at home. She just comes back in afterwards. Because we used to, at our old place, we were staying outside. Like, she had like a, kind of like a granny flat built outside type thing. And so she went inside to the bathroom, and she come back out, and she started crying. I just knew straight away what it meant. And I had like a million things going through my mind. I was like, fuck, like,
Shit.
how do I like feel about all this? But then within like a minute or two, I realized, like, life happens for a reason, and I was just like destined to have this kid. So ever since then, I've just like taken it with two hands and gone with it.
Damn, that's cool. I was expecting like a freak the fuck out, kind of thing.
I never freaked out, like,
That's cool. I didn't expect you to be like blessed, like you're like, this is like destiny kind of thing. I never would have picked that.
I know, because I'm not much about like all that
Nah.
destiny, faith, all that type of stuff. So I just knew that once it was my time, I was gonna take it. And I've always wanted to have kids as well, and especially I don't want to be like an old father either. Like I'm happy that I'm having my first kid young.
Yeah, I've always thought that too.
Yeah,
that's cool. And you got a big family too.
Yeah, so I'm one of 7. So
yeah, man.
So my oldest, second oldest, myself, and then my younger sister, we're all like fairly similar age gap. But then after that, my younger brother, he was born 10 years and 1 day after me. And then my sister, she's 12 now. She's gone in high school next year. Then my youngest brother, I think he's 8.
yeah.
He's 8.
I don't blame you. There's a lot.
I think
there's a lot there, yeah.
So there's one of 7. So I've kind of grown up around like babies and whatnot. And then 2 of my sisters have kids as well. So I've just kind of been around it my whole life from like when I've started maturing and whatnot. So it's kind of...
you've kind of grown up with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's crazy. I have not grown up with it, eh? I've got a cousin now. He's 4.
Yeah.
And I'm 24.
Yeah.
So 20 years it took till I had a baby.
Isn't he like your nearest cousin as well or something like
that? So
yeah.
he's technically is my cousin, but I call him my nephew because he's 4 and I'm 24. And I'm the oldest, and my siblings haven't got kids. Yeah, he's my only cousin. Which is crazy. Now we have step family as well, and they are also considered to be my cousins as well. Yeah. But I'm talking, that was recent. That was as of recent. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. So how old were your older siblings when they had kids? Older sisters? Or
one older and my sister younger than me. So oldest should have been 26, 27. And then my younger sister Tara, she would have been, he's 1 and a bit now. She's 20. How old am I?
We discussed this before. We worked it out before. Yeah,
24. So she's 23 now. So should have been like 20, 21 or 22.
Yeah, cool. So it's kind of like not everyone, but it sounds like people in your family have kids younger.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And what about your parents? Were they younger or older when they had
when my mum had my older sister, she was 17.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the next one, she was 19. So it's always kind of been like a young thing in the family.
Yeah, cool. And that's why the families are so big too, which is a good thing about having kids.
I know.
Early.
I'm not like you. I don't want a whole army of like doxies around
it's a lie, bros.
Yeah, I don't want an army of doxies.
That's why you're doing it young, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm just going to cop 3.
3, you reckon?
3. Yeah,
I was going to ask, bro. I reckon you're going to have more. I reckon you're going to have more. Are you going to do the snap after 3? Or are you going to just see what happens?
No sniffing around here.
So more than 3. So more than 3.
3's the goal. 3's the aim.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. All right, so you didn't react too bad. Why do you think that Carla was crying? Like, was she like just nervous? Like, what was she feeling? Do you know?
Bit nervous, bit scared. Like, I remember the night that she told her parents. So she'd been at work, she'd come home, she showered, she's come back out to the room and she's just bawling her eyes out. Because it'd been like, not even a week, like 4 or 5 days. And she comes back to me.
So this before you knew, or like
we knew.
Okay, so you two
but
knew.
no one else knew.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, she's like, "Oh, I have to tell my mum. I have to tell my mum."
Mm-hmm.
So
4 or 5 days, bro.
yeah, bro.
Ah. All right, these are some of my questions I needed to know the answer to, which is good. Which is good.
So I think she texted her mum, saying something like, "Bro, some bullshit, eh? Like, oh, can you come here, please? There's a cockroach in the room." So she comes out, and the moment she walks in, bawling again. She can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
She's in hysterics.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "What's wrong?" Rah, rah, rah. She's like,
Were you there? Like
I was
in the
there,
room?
yeah. And her mum's
Oh.
like, "Did you smash the car? Like, did you lose your license again? Like, what's happened?"
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to say it.
Oh god, that's a red hot.
And
And how'd you say it?
I said, "We're pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, we're having a baby."
Yeah. Okay, I need to know what their reactions like, bro. Fuck.
She was alright. She was just like calming her, like saying everything's fine,
Mm-hmm.
all that type of stuff. So it was good. It was a good reaction.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I was
That's
pretty
good.
worried about it, but
Yeah.
it went down pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. So straight away, she was like upset about it, like just nervous and like a bit like unsure about the situation. That's why she was crying straight away.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, she didn't.
And I think that would have helped you. Just sorry to cut you off, but I think as a man, that kind of makes men step up, especially when a girl's crying
absolutely.
and you deal with shit, because it's kind of like a man responsibility
Yeah.
to think logically. You know,
Yeah.
you don't really have the freedom like chicks have. You know,
Yeah.
to let your emotions out, especially when the chick's doing it.
Pretty much after, like, we told her mum, and her mum just like, cause she was more worried about her mum being like angry at her or upset or something like that. But once her mum was like reassuring on the situation, she like, you know, she was happy about it. Like, it was kind of like an approval
Oh,
thing. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I get you. I guess that is a big fear. I guess chicks
Yeah,
would have as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was worried about it too with my mum.
Yeah, that's what. That
yeah.
was what I was. I need to know the answer to that
Yeah,
question
yeah.
too. I'll get to there. I'll get to there. I'm just trying to wrap up this scenario first in my head.
Go for it, lad.
I'm trying to paint the whole picture. All right, so you got the approval from her mum. Does she live with a old man? Is he there?
Nah, so they're separated, but she has a stepdad who's like she's very close with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how did he go?
Well, he's Lebo, so he kind of at the start he didn't know how to think. He was like, you know, his brain was going a million miles an hour, shooting out things and whatnot.
Yeah.
But literally, like, so while we were with him, he was like, he didn't know how to think. But then once he'd gone back to bed and whatnot, he sent us a message like, "Oh, are we able to have a car seat in our car too?" So from that moment on, man, he's been loving it. You know, it's gonna be a grandfather.
Yeah.
I think in Lebanese, sorry, not Lebanese, Arabic. It's called like judu or something that means pop. So he's pretty happy about that. Because he's got 3 boys.
Yeah.
And they're all older than my missus.
Okay.
So this is his first
yeah.
grandchild. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Very cool. Does she come from a big family, your missus?
So she's only got 1 sister, and then her mum's only got 1 brother and 1 sister.
Okay. They're not as big as your family. Not even close.
Nah, I don't know about her dad's side, you know.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
Okay. Good shout out. Yeah. Good shout out. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Cool. All right. Cool. So then that's what it was like with their family. What about yours? How did you feel? How did you feel going to tell your mum?
Lad, I was worried, eh?
Yeah.
Because when my sisters had kids,
Mm-hmm.
mainly my older sister, she well, my mum found out about it before she told her.
Oh, really?
So she was pretty like upset about all that and whatnot.
I guess it's so nerve-wracking telling parents that shit,
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I'm not too sure how about mum reacted with Tara, but mum was there when Tara told me, and it seemed all right. But when I told my mum, she seemed very happy about it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But obviously she's happy about it. Like, she loves like everyone type thing. So I was just glad that I didn't cop a sprain.
Yeah. Are you nervous?
Yeah, I was. I had it like premeditated before I went there.
Yeah.
How I was gonna go down and whatnot.
And did it work the way you thought it would?
Yeah, I'd say 95% of the plan Bang on the money, lad.
Okay, sweet. I can't do that, bro. I try and make a fucking plan, and I never ever am able to get out what I thought I'd be able to get out in my head. Even this, bro. I planned this whole episode. I'm not going through it at all.
Bro, we're just yarning.
Yeah.
We're just yarning, lad.
Yeah, I can't premeditate a conversation
It's
at
hard.
all.
It's hard.
All right. Who has had the most exciting reaction out of your family?
I don't know,
Yeah.
It's hard. I want to say my sister Tara, because the three of us all worked together at one point.
Oh yeah.
So she was already close with my missus before we were even together.
Okay.
So I reckon her, like, especially because she's got a son, and he's only, he turns 2 in, like,
Yeah.
I want to say February.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro. Cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that, eh?
Lucky kids, eh? Lucky kids.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's
It'd be the
mad.
best growing up, eh?
Yeah, that's why it's good for my cousin now, being so much different gap between me and my
Yeah.
brother and sister. But he has the step family that's now with ours as well.
Yeah.
And there's, I want to say, 4 of them. So now there's 5 kids that get to grow up together.
All similar age?
Yeah, all similar
that's
age,
amazing.
from like 2 to 6 or
That's
7
good
or
age,
something.
Yeah, and what's he, 4?
He's 4, yeah, so he's in the
perfect
middle.
Age, perfect
Yeah.
age for it.
Yeah, I love him, but fuck, I gotta be honest, he's a little shit, eh?
Right, all kids are, eh?
He's a little
They
shit.
just don't know right from wrong at that
Nah.
age, man. They
Nah.
just do what they want.
Yeah. All right, cool. I want to skip ahead to some questions I want to ask you later, but because I was just thinking about it with his name's Tommy. I want to just buy him so much shit every time I see him. You know,
Yeah.
I want to buy him the bestest of presents, and I know he doesn't even care. You know what I mean? I bought him like an entire like kids workshop. You know what I mean, with the fucking power tools and shit. Kid was 2. He didn't even give a fuck, bro. He didn't give a
Could've got him
fuck.
rocks.
Yeah. How do you think you're gonna go when it comes to like spoiling? How are you gonna be like strict, or are you gonna be like whatever you want?
I don't want to like do it over the top because I want them to be like grateful for what they get, because like me myself, I came from like we didn't get spoiled and whatnot, and I think it's had a good impact on my life now, where I'm not like, you know, like
Yeah.
bratty and shit. Like, I'm appreciative for what I get and what I have. So I just want my kids to understand that not everything's given to you, and like now especially, like, I work a lot of hours, man.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to have to work for what you have.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think that I feel the same way. When I was a kid, we didn't get spoiled at all. We got looked after.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Parents always did a good job on Christmas and birthday and that. Always. But obviously, I wasn't the kid in school that everyone was jealous of all the mad shit. But it taught me to be grateful as fuck.
Absolutely.
Even to this day, I can't not finish a drink because I never got soft drink as a kid. So, like, I can't leave a little bit. If I don't want it, bro. Like, it's a waste. It's a waste.
You get every last drop, eh?
Yeah.
I know the vibes,
It's
lad.
just imprinted into me.
Yeah.
Imprinted. So it's cool that you have like that. I can tell you have that personality as well.
Yeah,
You're very grateful for things. What do you think you're most excited for when it comes to having a kid? Because straight away you sounded like you were ready for it.
Man, most excited for just being a dad, man. Like, because when you're younger, like, you just start like imagining this family that you're gonna have and whatnot. So once you get it, man, you're just grateful for it. Like, especially knowing like how many people in the world can't have kids for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like, being able to have that chance to, like, you know, bring someone into this life and try to guide them on the right journey.
Damn, bro, that was deep. I didn't expect that answer from you. I did not expect that. And to be honest, I haven't even thought about that. I haven't even thought about the gratefulness of being able to have
I never
kids
thought about it until
it happened.
yeah, exactly.
Damn. Yeah, well, it's a good point. And some people, I guess they just don't want to have kids, eh?
That too, yeah.
Have you ever been like that?
Not wanting kids? No, I always wanted kids.
Yeah,
I always
I'm
wanted
not.
the family, yeah.
I don't think I really know many. I think it's mostly a girl thing, eh? So I don't know any boys that have ever felt like that.
I know one bloke from work.
One bloke
that's
from
like
work
that, yeah.
doesn't want.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like off the top of my head. Like, I'm sure there's more, but
Bro, I don't know how this audio's gonna come back, but I keep testy popping, bro. These vapes are fucking. I gotta get off, bro. I'm on like. I swear to you, I'm on the
Big
last
vibe.
week. I'm on the last week.
Actually?
Mark my words. I've said it on the podcast. This will be the last podcast that I'm vaping on.
you know,
That's it.
Just stretch it out to New Year's Eve.
Nah, this will be done by then.
Actually?
This will be done by then.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to like get on cigarettes again. Jay, imagine we get to smoke cigarettes in here.
Bro.
Yeah, you're off the cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a decision you've made leading up to this?
It's been something that's always been in my mind, knowing that I'm gonna, not now, but like the whole time I've been smoking, just knowing if I'm gonna have a kid, I've always thought I'm gonna quit smoking.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's been easy, yeah. Been easy. I think, what's it that day, 22nd? Quit smoking, like I had my last cigarette on the 17th of November.
Oh yeah, wow.
Well, my last pack, don't get me wrong.
You bought your last pack.
I've had a couple.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not judging. You bought your last pack. Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah. I think when I quit smoking, I still have a cigarette like every fucking couple months anyway. Yeah. I had one last weekend.
Yeah, bro, it's not easy quitting. I've been smoking since I was like 15.
Yeah.
What's that? 9 years of smoking, bro.
Yeah.
Like, shit, man. Cut me a break, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. My old man always said to me, you got 8 years of smoking and then you got to start quitting. He always said that. I don't know why. I guess he just made it up.
Frame.
Yeah.
You gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't get me wrong, I pumped a lot of durries in that time frame.
I loved smoking durries,
Loved
bro.
it, man.
And you know what?
Taylor's, Rollies, bruh.
Nothing beats, to this day, a post-feed cigarette. Nothing.
Absolutely, man.
Nothing. Or a can of Coke and a cigarette. Like, cars of Coke and a smoke.
A ciggy after Frango's feed.
Yes. Oh, Frangos, bros. Oh.
That's a combo. Yeah. They gotta put that on the menu, lad. They got a combo 1, 2, 3, 4, bro. Where's a ciggy and fucking burger?
A single and a burger, yeah. That's a good idea, actually. I wonder if places are allowed to do that. That's a good idea.
Who knows the laws these days, eh?
But I think that for me, quitting cigarettes was pretty easy with vapes. Was it easy for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The vape's kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna shake this shit.
Yeah, it's so much harder. Right?
It's so bad.
It's so much
you
harder.
Just have it anywhere.
Speaking of, I need a hit, bro. Speaking of, yeah. All right. Well, it's good to know that everyone's been very supportive so far.
It's good, yeah. It's good to have that in my corner.
Yeah, and it's also good because I didn't even know that your sisters had kids either. So it's good to know that like you have people around you who have just gone through it, who can give you advice. Are people telling you things that you weren't expecting yet?
Bro, you know what? It's kind of different to what you said. The worst thing is, man, someone's got no kids and whatnot, trying to give advice and shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck do you know about anything, lad?
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna listen to you, man.
Yeah, I made a point not to give you any advice, bro, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Until you've had a kid or you've been in my shoes, I don't want to hear shit from you. All right, just be supportive. Don't tell me anything. Yeah, I feel you. And what has the support been like from those people who have kids? Have they been giving you advice, things to like watch out for? More advice and shit, and like heads ups and whatnot, and it's been good. Yeah, like. It's just always good to hear that from someone who's been in my position that I'm coming up to. It's kind of like reassuring and all that type of shit. Yeah. All right, I had one thing I want to get to, but I'm going to quickly state where we're at. Has there been any like important information that you feel like you've learned from anyone lately, like that you didn't think of before? Not really, no. Okay. No. I guess you grew up with kids, exactly,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, it's so... I'm going to be in for a shock.
And like, I know I come across it, but I'm not a dumb cunt. You know?
I know you're not. I know you're not a dumb cunt.
Pretty switched on.
Yeah, that's cool. Fuck, that's mad. All right, I thought this would be a much more shocking experience for you this whole time, but you're used to it.
I've been pretty steady the whole way through.
If there was anyone that should have had a kid, it actually should have been you. Because now you can be that version for us, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that you put it like that, absolutely.
Yeah, that's mad.
I can't wait to give that support to whoever it is now that has kids, just to give them a push in the right direction, be reassuring, supportive, whatever they need. Yeah. And how long do you think you're going to go between having kids? Because you want to have 3. Not too sure, Not too sure. I don't want a big age gap. Yeah, okay. But I don't want to rush into the next one, you know what I mean? I want to enjoy it, make sure that, you know, everything's going well, this and that. Yeah. I just want to, I'll make sure everything's going smoothly. Because growing up in, like, such similar age gap as siblings, like, I can imagine your sister's 1 year younger than you. Yeah. Like, I don't think it would change the bond you have too big if it was, like, 2 or 3 years. Nah, it's still pretty close, yeah. Yeah. And everyone says that, like
the 2-year-old, like when a kid's like brand new, that's the most fun part of being a dad.
And you know what's hard as well, bro? Having toddlers.
It's hard.
Having toddlers.
Yeah.
And like, having another kid on top of that. Like,
Yeah.
Not for me especially, but like for my partner. Like,
Yeah.
Cause let's say I'm at work and she's there juggling a toddler and a newborn. Wow, man. Wow.
Okay, so have you talked about like a schedule when the baby comes out? What he's gonna do?
No.
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 Like obviously you're gonna keep going to work. You're gonna take any maternal leave.
Yeah.
You are?
My boss told me to have 6 weeks because we were talking about it, and she's like, "Oh," I said to her, "I was like, oh, I don't know. I feel like 2's not long enough," and she agreed with me. She's like, "Have 6 weeks off."
Well.
Like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was speaking to her partner today, and she only gave him 2 weeks. He was back to work.
Wait, so she gave you 6 and she gave her partner 2.
Yeah.
She wanted him out. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Have you noticed any like cravings in that your missus is having? Like
not bad.
Not weird ones? Nothing weird?
No.
Other than
the only thing she really craves is like Frango's chips.
Okay.
And so the moment she says Frango's, it's fucking green light, bro.
Yeah.
Get that shit.
Yeah, sweet. Is that what you've been on? You've been on go mode, whatever she needs?
Pretty much, man. If she wants something,
yeah,
we'll have it.
Yeah, good job, bro. That's mad. I was talking to my mate on the phone maybe yesterday or the day before, Josh Painter. Shout out to Josh Painter.
Oh, no, Josh
bro,
Painter,
he told me to bring that up to you. He told me to bring that up to you. Because I told him I was going to sit
play
down.
on the 9s together, lad.
Yeah.
We played on that ground together. I was talking to you about.
Yeah, sweet. That's crazy because he actually told me to bring up the fact when I spoke to you. Yeah, cool. I didn't know that you used to know each other. That's mad.
Yeah. We played soccer together back in the day.
Yeah.
We were young fellas.
Bro, we were fucking close, bro. We were boys, bro. We still are. We are still boys. Yeah. But there was a stage where we were seeing each other every week. Like I stayed at his house for ages at a time. It was good. He's going to come on possibly 3 episodes from now.
That's
3 episodes from now.
Good, yeah.
He's actually here in Sydney right now.
Oh, did he move?
Which is good. Yeah, he's been living in... What's the place called? It's like near, I want to say Bateman's Bay, but I know it's not that. Like maybe Nelson Bay, one of these bays. One of these bays.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful property, bro. Overseeing a mountain, like a crazy place. I want to go visit it soon.
He's a good kid. Comes from a good family.
Yeah. Very good family. So you knew that? Did you know his family?
Yeah.
Yeah, his mum was my fucking head of high school.
What was her name? Geraldine?
Geraldine Painter.
Geraldine.
Yeah.
Shout out Geraldine.
Mrs. Painter, I used to have to call her every day.
Yeah,
yeah, when I used to get in trouble, I used to get sent to her office.
Cheering.
Yeah.
Wish I had that at my school.
Nah, she was good.
My mate's mum was one of my teachers. I got no slack.
Oh, really?
No slack.
Dude, I dated a girl in primary school. Her mum was my teacher.
You gotta love her and you gotta hate it at the same time.
Wow. Mrs. Moon. Shout out. Amy, if you're listening, I think you might listen to sometimes, but Mrs. Moon... she did not like me, bro. She did not like me.
What year was this?
I was probably in year 4, maybe year 4, maybe year 3.
You're a sado. He's 10 years old.
Yeah, bro. Don't get me wrong, I was a bit slack to Amy. Sorry, Amy, if you ever listen, but I was a bit slack to her back then.
Tune in, Amy. It's good shit.
But I treat a man, keep him keen, bro. That's what I learned in primary school.
Bro. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a bit different now, eh?
Oh, it's much different.
Can't treat a man, bro.
Not at all, bro.
Fucked up
not
in
at
this
all.
day and age.
I think that like you have to be the type of person to treat. It's like you would be able to treat everyone else mean except your partner. Do you reckon that's
true?
true?
Now that I think about it, if you're trying to, if you are treating them mean and they are keen, it's not the right one.
No,
it's not the right one.
No, you ain't.
You got a gang of lad.
Yeah, agreed. You fucked up somewhere. You both got issues, eh? You both got issues.
Go counselling.
But I think it is a common trait that chicks actually, and I'm stereotyping, and I'm sorry for anyone listening if I sound like an idiot, but I think chicks like the idea of a guy being an asshole or dangerous, but not to them, just to everyone else, which is why I think chicks are actually inclined to like those vampire tales and shit, like the Twilight and the Vampire Diaries, because the guy's a fucking vampire. He's you know what I mean? He's a fucking monster.
Bite a cunt in the neck.
But he won't fuck up the chick, which is funny because it's changed a lot from fucking primary school, right?
Badly.
Yeah. It's gonna be tangent on bullshit, bro. Yeah, cool. All right. What are you most nervous about?
just making mistakes as a father. Like,
What kind of mistakes? Like, how big are you thinking?
I don't know, eh? It's
Fuck.
just,
'Cause I think you're gonna make mistakes. Fuck. It's gonna
everyone makes
happen.
mistakes, but it's
Yeah.
just, you know, like, I just want to be there, be a loving father, not to like this child, but like the rest of the kids I have. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm like loving, supportive, all that type of stuff. Just lead them on a good track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. This is a very out there question, and like I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but I have to ask you. What would you do if your daughter grew up gay? Would you care or not?
No.
Wouldn't care?
No.
All right, sweet. What if you have a son, he grew up gay? Would you care at all?
No.
All right, cool. Because I wouldn't. Just making it clear. Just making it clear. I just had to see. Hopefully someone one day is going to argue with me on something.
So I was
Yeah.
gonna bite back.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
a few boys that might have.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of, I knew you were going to have a daughter, bro. I just knew it from
Yeah,
the
you
second
were.
I found
The
out.
moment I told you, you were like,
I think straight away I told you,
I'm
eh?
pretty sure it was straight away.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, were we at Edda?
Yeah, we're at
We're
a...
at Edda, yeah.
I'll
lad.
never forget it, bro. You showed me this photo. I didn't even know what it was. I'm looking at it. I'm like,
Bro, I had to show
What the
people
fuck
the
is
photo.
this?
No one believed me. I had to show them the ultrasound. And even still, they're like, what the fuck's that?
yeah,
Like, lad, it's an ultrasound. Like, of what? My kid.
that's my kid. That's my kid, you scumbag. Yeah, you didn't even give me words, bro. It was just a photo. I'm looking at it.
At
I'm
that
thinking,
point, I'd given up on explaining. I was like, look at this picture. I have something to show you. Look at it.
what the fuck is this, bro? Like, I've gotten surgery before. I'm pretty sure this looks like my
Bro, I
fucking
was good seeing
bones.
people's reactions, eh?
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's what I wanted to ask you
It's
next.
Such a wholesome feeling, eh?
Yeah.
Like-
I don't even remember my reaction. I think I was excited straight
It
away.
was, yeah.
Yeah. I just remember being shocked, like, and amazed, like, no way, God, no way. Who has had the best reaction out of any of your mates?
Best reaction. Bro, I'm not even sure, eh? Like, there's been a lot of, like, disbelief and whatnot. But just off the top of my head, probably Cooper and Holly.
Cube and Holly?
Because they were the first people I told.
That's going to be my next question, bros. I
They were
love the way you think.
They were the first people I told. Because that was... I think I told them a month after we found out. And, bro, I couldn't keep it in anymore. Like,
A month. You went a
A
month.
month.
Bro.
Nah,
crazy.
it wasn't even a month, actually.
That's a long
Bro, it was
time.
like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I just needed to like talk about it because obviously I could talk to my missus about it, but fuck, I just needed to like,
You got to tell your friends, bro.
yeah, bro. And
Yeah.
like Cooper and Holly, like
Mhm.
I've always been close with them for as long as I've known them,
Yeah.
so it was easy telling them, but at the same time it was hard and scary, like
Yeah.
especially being the first ones.
yeah.
But fuck, it was good. Eh?
Yeah.
Just letting that off my chest.
Yeah. I bet they were a good couple to tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's mad.
Cooper, get to work, son.
Yeah, he's up for it, eh? He's
due.
up for
He's
it, bro. He's due. Yeah, that's
It'd be
cool.
good for him too.
For them, oh,
Yeah,
fuck yeah, it'll be
absolutely.
good for them, bro.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, you've set a milestone, bro. You've set a
Yeah.
really important milestone.
Hopefully a few more of the boys, you know.
Yeah,
Want to have
yeah.
kids now.
Bro, I've always wanted to, but I've got to be honest with you. It's actually so far out of my sight. You know what I mean?
Bro, don't
It's
rush
obviously
into it.
because I haven't got anyone right now that I'm
Yeah, but even
interested
still,
in.
don't rush into it. Like, you know,
Mm.
everything just has to kind of align and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
even though me and my missus hadn't been long together, we've known each other for years
Yeah.
before that. Like, so you just gotta, you know, just know that you're in the right position and situation to be able to, you know,
Here we are.
withstand the
Pressure, eh?
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, and there's plenty of people out there that buckle under that pressure.
Yeah. Well, I never thought you would be the type of person to buckle under pressure. And I don't think any of the boys necessarily would, but can you understand why people do?
Absolutely.
You can?
Like, not like from like experiences that I've had, like everything's been fantastic. But just knowing like there's people out there that aren't fully committed to their situations
Mm-hmm.
and find themselves having a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And that can just be a big spin off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess. And it's like, I guess not most people, a lot of people probably don't have as fortunate situations as you do either, you know, with the helping of raising kids and
Yeah,
the supportive on
absolutely.
your
Yeah.
side and her
You've
side.
got a good support system.
And,
absolutely.
you know, you have a lovely missus, you
Yeah,
know, that
yeah,
definitely
she's
helps.
amazing.
That definitely helps. Imagine you're fucking You accidentally got just a crazy
Exactly,
bitch pregnant, bro. Crazy
it happens
bitch.
to people, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. And that's what's scary about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Because, honestly, I want to keep talking about this all the way through until your kid's like 18. I never want this podcast
any
to
moment
end.
from now, we're due today. We can talk to
Yeah.
pops.
I wanna
Until I get that phone call saying
I'm gonna keep this on until we go to the hospital.
I was like a phone call in a few hours where I had this start.
Yeah. And you've turned your phone on silent too.
I think so, eh? Anything could be happening.
Yeah.
Just probably have a quick squid.
Yeah. Maybe keep it on the desk, bro. You're making me a bit paranoid now.
Nah, we're all good. We're all good. I'll put it up.
Yeah, cool. All right. Are you going to try and like illustrate a narrative for your daughter for the future? As in, like, you want her to be involved in sport or dancing or not really?
No.
Is there anything that you feel like you and your sisters got to experience and you want to have that as part of them? No. Okay.
Well, kind of just whatever, like in terms of like sport and whatnot, like my three sisters played netball, I played soccer, we all did swimming. I think swimming is a good one.
Swimming, that's a good one, yeah.
I think everyone should know how to swim and swim well.
Yeah. You know what else everyone should know how to do?
Fight?
No. Drive
Yeah.
on their own, bro.
Absolutely.
When are you going to do that?
Lad, no comment.
No comment. I was told I was going to expect an answer. When are you going to get your license? I was told there was a specific time you were going to give me. Jackson told me you're going to give me a specific
Where's your
time.
hush?
He said next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Next Tuesday.
Alright, sweet. I'll cut that little bit out. That's cool. Well, I have to ask you real quick, are you planning on doing that anytime soon? Because you've never needed it, eh? I don't think you have. I don't think you ever have.
I never needed it. Like, I don't know how to explain myself. I'm just...
Yeah.
Bro, growing up in Glenwood...
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you go, bro? You went, like, to the ponds. That was the furthest place you went.
Yeah.
Like,
and you live so close to work. You live so close to school. Like everything. All the boys.
I don't know. It's just
never needed it. But
now,
yeah, you're gonna need it.
Bad.
Come on, Buzz.
It's work in progress.
Work in progress. All right, cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I can just like go for it when I'm 25, which is
Oh, that's a good point. I think that might be true.
Like 4 months away, I think.
I think 25 with 5 years since you got your L's, maybe.
Got it.
Yeah.
I got it when I was 18 because I needed ID to buy piss.
Yeah, mad. Right. I was about to say you might even get your full license before me, but I just got mine, actually. I just got my full license, so fuck. Imagine you got it before
Lad,
me.
I can drive. It's no stress. I
know you can drive. I know you can drive. Do you go straight to your fulls, actually? You do?
Nah.
I think you do. I don't think you skip the P's.
Bro, I wouldn't even. No way.
I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah. Bro, I'm not judging you, kind of. It took me... I got my P's when I was 17. I got my full license when I was 24.
Bro, you've lost your license a few times too.
Yeah.
We won't go into it, but...
Yeah. I think we've almost had the same amount of period without a license, to be honest.
Well, I'm on 6 years now.
Yeah. Probably went fucking 3.5, 4. Oh, fuck. Not going back. You know, I got a fucking fine in the mail I got to pay for, actually.
What for now?
It was like a speeding camera. It was only like mobile camera. It was like 8 over or some shit. It's just a shit one.
What gronks,
just a shit one, bro. Scumbag's gonna blow it up. Anyway, I cut that out. Alright, well, good to know that you're gonna get your license. That's good to know. And if you're going to implement swimming, because swimming's obviously a healthy thing everyone should know how to do, is there a reason why you don't want to get them to do sport? Do you not think that's like
No. I'm happy for them to do sport, whatever they're interested in. I'm not going to push them in anything, like in any direction.
Yeah.
But I think swimming, it's good to know how to swim.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that are my age and older that don't know how to swim.
Shit, I don't think I know anyone that doesn't know how to swim.
Man.
Fuck.
And it's...
I thought that was kind of like
for me,
walking.
hearing that as well, like, I've been swimming since I was young.
Yeah.
I've gone to like state championships for swimming. Like,
yeah.
I've always grown up around the water. My mum was the swimming instructor.
Oh yeah.
So fuck, man, like not knowing how to swim, it kind of just bamboozled me a bit.
That's nuts. I've always been swimming as well. I started swimming at like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I would have been around the same age as
Yeah,
well, yeah.
my brother and sister were like youth state swimmers. Like, I think my brother only just gave up swimming in the last year or 2 years maybe, and he was going to fucking all those fucking.
Yeah.
My sister did it as well, the beach things and like the fucking.
What, like city surfs?
Yeah, things like that. Crazy
Fuck that.
shit, bro.
I did a triathlon once. I was like
Triathlon,
10.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I couldn't find my bike.
Yeah, cool. I think I might try and do a triathlon next year.
It'd be good, man. It'd be good.
It just gave me that idea.
Training for it as well, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in my notes for next year. Triathlon.
Absolutely. Good on you.
You know what I added to my notes actually? Just to go off topic. Climb Mount Everest.
Fucking
And I realised that's a big one, and I
Fucking
fucked up.
hell, bro.
I
Just
fucked
exit.
up.
Exit. It's a
Too
free
late.
exit. Mount Everest.
Too late.
Motherfuckers
Too
died on that
late.
shit.
I know. I watched a documentary about people dying, and I wrote it down in my list.
Are you a psychopath?
Yeah, I am. I'm listening to them talk about how many people died that year. I'm thinking that'd be so cool if I climbed Mount Everest, bro. I didn't even listen to the fucking dying, bro. Didn't even listen.
You are crazy like that, but like you do set your mind on something and you want to do it.
Yeah, I have a big one. I might talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
I got a big one I'm setting my mind
you
to.
might want to scale it down a bit.
No, it's definitely going to be the biggest challenge I've ever had in my life. Definitely.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And like, fuck, I'm excited for it, but it's going to take 100% focus. So if anyone listening, you have to know, just call me and ask me. I'm trying not to.
Hit him up.
Try not to. Like,
If you have his number, not many people do.
Yeah, true. Changes.
How long have I known you for?
Yeah.
I've only got your number this year.
Yeah. Well, I finally have my own phone. I've never had my own phone. That's why. I've always had work phones and this and that. I've never needed a phone.
It's been always on the messenger calls.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, do you have any goals that you want to implement for next year?
No.
I guess you got a lot to deal with anyway. Yeah.
Nah.
You got a lot to deal with anyway.
Just make money,
Yeah.
raise my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess. Fuck, what am I talking about? Everything that I'm thinking of doing is not even as good as a step as what you're going to do.
I'm sure it's more like a lot of excitement in there.
To be honest, it's not even much excitement. It's just daunting, bro. Just treacherous work. Yeah, but it's something that I will accomplish. I will accomplish by next year.
Fucking oath.
All right, we got through the nervous factor. You didn't have any. No one in your family happened to be nervous. No. And you're saying that to be excited is like you just want excited to be a dad. But in that sense, what part of being a dad are you most excited for? I'll give you an example. So for me, having a kid is exciting, but I'm most excited for being a grandfather and looking at the fucking looking around at Christmas and being like,
exactly. That's another thing.
This is mine, bro.
I've always wanted to like see like grandchildren and like hopefully great grandchildren too. Like I want to see my family tree grow, continue the Davidson name. Yeah. All that type of stuff, eh?
Mm-hmm. And I got a question actually, and I only just thought of this because I've been thinking about it in the last 24 hours. Do you think it is important or not to show up for those events that a kid goes through? Like say school. For me, a kid in school, like I don't ever remember. Dad was always working. I kind of remember mum being there, but I was a kid, so I wouldn't really know. But how important do you think those moments are coming from your perspective?
Let's say you're getting up on stage.
Yeah.
What are you doing when you're on stage?
Say it's like a
but
presentation.
what are you doing when you're on stage? What are you looking at?
As the kid?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but as of the videos that have been making me think of it lately, you're looking around for mum and dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want those people around you. Like, you want to support your children. You want to be there for achievements and whatnot. So just being there and all that type of shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Because I never thought about that until probably 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
I was watching a TikTok or some shit, and I seen like the excitement on a kid's face when they were looking around, like just.
I see their parents,
and they see them and they're waving like crazy.
Yeah.
And then it just clicked to me like, fuck, that is so important of an opportunity. But for an adult, it's like you have your schedule, you have your work, you have your fucking all your shit as an adult. But for a kid, that's probably like the biggest fucking thing ever.
Seeing your parents there, absolutely.
So are you gonna try and be there for as much of those things as possible, or are you gonna try and like set a limit for like the most important things?
No, I want to be there for everything I can be. You know, like you kind of have to, you know, like it's your kid and whatnot. Like, you want to be there, supportive, all that stuff, and just keep pushing them on. Just
Yeah.
hope that they can achieve more than what we have in our lives.
Yeah. Fuck, man, you're fucking melting me a little bit. Shut up, melting. What's happened, bro? What's happened in the last 12 months?
Who are we?
What's happened? Who are we? What are we talking about, bro? Oh my gosh. I remember when we were trying to rub 2 cents together, bro.
Lad. Try to scrape up a few dollars for a single from the tobacconist. Oh,
Bro, those singles were the best, bro.
Hit
The
different.
singles were the
Hit
best.
different.
Do you think that your lifestyle has changed a lot more in the last 12 months? And if so, how?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just trying to think more.
I'll tell you what, you've gained some weight, bro. You got the dad bod. That's what's
Absolutely,
happened.
bro.
That's the one
Absolutely.
thing.
Just eating more, eating better.
Eating better,
Eating more.
which is better for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, better for the soul.
I used to barely eat, bro.
Mm.
I just think more like in advance. Like before, let's say, like we go to the pub, someone's getting like, you know, lippy at someone.
Yeah.
Like, let's fucking smash this dog.
Yeah.
Let's fucking feed him.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's like, fuck, man. What's the point? Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who's he?
Yeah.
Who's he?
It's not worth it, eh?
Nah,
Definitely
man.
not worth it.
I just feel like I think more forward now.
Mhm.
I don't just think in the moment. I think of like more forward, what my actions are gonna do, and all that type of shit. Like, I just actually think, bro, we used to think so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, hard. All right, here's another question then. Do you have any regrets for the way you have acted so far in life?
Absolutely.
You do.
Absolutely.
Oh,
bro.
okay. I have none. Okay, look, if I was
We
going to
used to do a
think
lot of bad
deep,
shit.
yeah, if I was going to think deep, I could think that I was an idiot,
Yeah.
but I would
I think
do
that's
not
where it stems
regret anything, you know?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, we were idiots. There was a lot of stuff. I think, yeah, it's more just now. It's like, what were we doing? Like,
Yeah.
But it kind of does mold us into the people
Yeah.
we are.
Oh,
Today.
bro, you wouldn't be the person you are today if it wasn't for
Absolutely
every
not.
stupid thing we did, every fucking inappropriate purchase, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any fucking dumb decisions, the lippy arguments, the fights people had, like, none of that shit would have made you who you are
Absolutely,
today.
bro.
None of it. Yeah. Deleting none
I
of
still
it.
hold it in me, but
Yeah.
contain it.
Yeah.
I found myself in the last 2 months or so. It's like, fuck, man. Can't wait to slap someone, eh? Like,
Yeah.
someone act up on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully, it hasn't happened.
I'm transitioning that mindset to like always use violence in a controlled environment, like
Yeah.
fighting,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is why I'm so inclined to maybe have a fight next year.
Yeah, bro, get back into it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Because I think like it's like that's when you should let it out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I think we both know there's been situations that I've had to like suck it up with lately and not
Yeah.
react. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not the answer.
I'll touch on that much later. Much later.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not healthy.
Nah.
It's not healthy. It's the right thing to do to just fucking let it go.
Yeah.
And
It just shows how far we've come, bro. Like,
mm,
maturity and just more forward thinking. Like,
yeah,
we wanted to, like, we can let our feelings do the talking.
I agreed. I agreed.
but we
Yeah.
just-
I think that's something that like kind of hasn't been a thing in my life until call it fucking a year ago, if that. Actually talking about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You rant to the boys. We've always
Yeah.
ranted. We've always sat around in the backyard and just
But we don't
spoke.
talk looking for advice.
Nah.
But we do now.
And I felt like, I don't know if it's just me, but I think it was everyone else as well. You kind of spoke in a way that made you feel like you weren't being judged either. Do you feel like that? Like, I kind of tried to carry myself a bit more when I was younger to not look like
Absolutely.
vulnerable.
Not look- yeah. all
You
that
know what I
type of
mean?
stuff.
And
But
if I was
now
explaining
we'll be-
something, you'd be like, yeah, but, you know, fuck that
you
kind
G'd up a bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
But now
Now
kind
I'm-
of take it all on the chin, and you want to hear what the boys have to say. Like,
Yeah,
even if it is the negative stuff, you want to hear it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you take it on board.
How often do you find yourself thinking about the fact that you're about to have a daughter in those situations? Like, has that been the one thing that's helped you change your mindset, or do you think it's also came with maturity?
Bit of both, really. Eh?
Okay.
I feel like I've always felt like I was mature. Like, even when I was young, like year 7, 8, 9, I've always felt quite mature not to make rash, stupid decisions.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like it's just having a daughter on the way has just made me feel more like solidified on those thoughts.
Also, I want to circle back to when I was talking to you about like you don't want to enforce sport and things like that.
Yeah.
I think that you kind of help someone along by pushing them in the right direction, not the right direction, but in a certain direction. Maybe it'll help them find curiosity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think when I do have a daughter, I'll probably hint or give advice to maybe do dancing or something like that.
Yeah, you want to introduce them to things and whatnot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I know one of the boys at my work, his daughter does dancing and stuff, and I had even forgotten that was a thing. Because my sisters used to do dancing, and then when he said one day he's got to take his daughter to dancing.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like, I forgot that was a thing, eh?
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget that. I grew up most of my childhood surrounded by that environment.
So did I, and I just forgot about it.
Yeah. But I loved fucking dancing. I can't wait if my daughter wants to do dancing.
But I was always around, did I?
Oh, I did a bit of it. I was a fucking b-boy when I was like 10.
My guy.
I was a mad b-boy. I could bust a move, guys. I could bust a fucking move to this day. They hold me back. But my sister did dancing, and then Fossey's sister, who's my sister's best friend, did dancing. So we grew up at that dance studio.
At the hall.
Grew it up.
Was that at a hall?
Nah, it was at Mount Druitt Shopping Centre, above the shopping centre.
Shout out the area.
Yeah, shout out to the Druitt brothers.
27, baby.
27. It was like in the middle where they have like that big area. Sometimes they have Christmas trees and shit. Just above that, there's like a dentist and a doctor's maybe and shit like that. That's right. And then there was a dance studio there. So we spent every day after school, weekends, school holidays, Mount Druitt shops, bro. Me and him every day. We'd come up, have a look, perv on the older chicks. It was hectic. I had a crush on probably like 12 of them.
The whole class.
To this day, I probably still do.
They hit you up. Oh.
Yeah. Bro, there's been bro.
If any of those girls are listening, hit him up.
We'll see. I'm a busy man, but we'll make time.
You'll make time.
I'll tell you what,
works night shifts.
One time I was out at like, I'm not gonna say where, but I was out as an adult at at a venue, and I seen one of these people that like as a kid like I had a crush on, and I was like, oh my god, this is my shot. You know what I mean? There was an age difference, you know, but it was like, this is my shot. I'm not a fucking little skinny kid in school anymore, you know. I'm an adult.
I remember one time I had something like that.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, I'm kind of going for it, you know, and I feel like it was going alright. And then fucking, you know, who decides to fucking come through the door? Otto. Otto walks through the door, and then I hear, oh, is that Otto? And I knew from then on it was over, bro. That motherfucker took her home, bro, straight away. Man. Scumbag, Otto, bro.
You're a sick cunt. Well, you're a scumbag, lad.
You stole it, bros. You steal them all, bros. You know what I did another time? This is slack as fuck. But I was actually like talking to another chick one time, and then she actually happened to know him as well. And she goes, "Oh, is that Otto?" And I said, "Oh, yeah." And like it was just recent after he stole the last girl. And I go, "Oh, you don't want to go home with him. You don't want to go home." And she goes, "Why?" I don't know if I should say this or not. I'll decide whether I'll cut it out later or not, but I'll tell you. I go, "Oh, trust me, you don't want to go home with him." She goes, "Why?" I go, "Oh, the last girl that did, I'm pretty sure he bashed her." It just came to me, bro. It just came to me.
After 4 or 5 vodka solos, that's what came to mind.
Bro, what a scumbag I am.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
I saved it.
How long did that cunt spend in the military?
Oh, he spent a bit.
How many years was it?
I want to say 3, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking 2.5, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, every bird knows him.
Every bird knows him,
how's this
bro.
happened? What's he doing? He's over in fucking Middle East on Tinder with like big location distance or some shit. What's he doing?
He's just got the, I don't know, bro. He's just got the riz, bro. He's got the white boy riz.
Handsome bloke.
I can't hate on it, bro. He's covered head to toe. He's got the fucking good pearly whites. He's got the good head for it. Can't hate, bro. I can't hate.
Big ups, Otto.
Yeah, can't hate. Shout out to Otto, bro. Take them all.
Take them all, lad.
You deserve them, bro. You deserve them.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. I want to have Otto on too.
That'd be cool.
I do. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. So I'm trying to.
Otto, brah.
I'm gonna
get on, lad. Come sit here.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
I'm gonna clip that and send it to him for sure.
Fucking 100.
Yeah, I don't know how I got to that. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, the dancing thing. So do you think that you're going to Here's another question I want to ask you actually. What about things like horses? Did you ever grow up around horses?
Nah.
Because I didn't, but I know chicks like it.
Yeah.
Stereotypically, probably guys do too.
Nah,
do you think that's something that you'd want to introduce your kids to?
no, I never thought about horses.
Never thought about it?
This is the first time it's I don't know.
I feel like horses are cool as fuck, and like I think like they make a chick. Most chicks I know that ride horses are stronger people. You know what I mean? Because like it's a dangerous thing you're doing. You have to have confidence and things like that. But at the same time, there's a lot of weird horse chicks.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of weird ones.
Oh,
did ya?
Yeah.
Did ya?
Yeah, bro. Now I think about it, she was into horses, eh? She did all that shit.
Yeah, okay. Maybe you don't want your daughter to be like that.
No, maybe not, eh?
Yeah.
I think she broke my heart too now.
Oh, for real?
Little fucking 12-year-old Jay.
Oh, alright, while we're on the subject of it, bros. That chick broke your heart. Have you ever had your heart broken by other chicks in school?
Not in school, no.
Not in school? After school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can relate. Trust, I can relate.
Yeah, I know.
Cuz, there's the fucking list, cuz. There's the list. I'm a lover boy. I think... I gotta be honest, but I don't think I had a fucking heartbreak until I was like 18, 19.
I think I would have been 19. Took it bad.
Yeah, hard, same,
Bro, I
cuz.
went on a downward track, eh?
I think we probably met each other then, to be honest.
You know what? It fucking was too, lad.
Yeah.
It was too. That same time frame, bro.
Yeah, I remember that now too. I remember, to be honest, bro, that was a while ago, Con. That was 5 years ago. I remember now being at Fiddler talking to you about it. I swear to you.
I don't remember Fiddler, bro. There for life.
Yeah, true. I know that you were there before I was there, but that night. Yeah, but fuck, that's crazy. I didn't even realise that we were going through that at the same time until now.
Actually, neither, eh? I didn't want to talk about that shit, man.
Yeah, nah.
I was down in the dumps.
Oh, I guarantee I was talking to enough people about it. I'll just tell cunts I meet.
Bro, to be honest, bro, there was like a small circle of people that knew about it. Like how bad I was actually like down there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I've always found it hard to like open up about like my own difficulties.
So,
like,
yeah.
But I think it might have even been like 2 people.
Oh, for real?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, shit. I can't relate with that. I'm a fucking open book most of the time.
Yeah, bro. It was hard, eh?
Yeah. Heartbreak. Fuck. Heartbreak's fucking rough.
I've had 2 girlfriends prior to my missus now. So fuck. And like the first, exactly, I was year 6.
yeah.
And then onto that one, and then to where I am now, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big gap.
Yeah. Well then I guess you haven't experienced what it's like to break someone's heart then, have you? I gotta be honest, I think that's harder in a way.
I think
like they're both pretty similar.
You know what? I have.
You have?
It was horrible.
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
Horrible, bro.
I think that's hard. It's just as hard.
Like, you know the person too. I'll speak to it.
Oh,
later.
for real? Okay, off camera things. Bro, yeah.
It's bad.
Oh, for real? I got to know.
Horrible,
I got to know. You better remind me because my brain's fucked. I won't remember. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'll leave that in. Nah, jokes. Jokes. All right, sweet. I'll remember now. I'll talk to you about it after.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Yeah, no one knew we just cut that dead diamond. Nah, I won't even put that bit in. But I think the heartbreak is definitely an important thing to go through as an adult.
Yeah.
And that leads me to a good segment. That leads me to a good segment. How you going to be when it comes to relationships, when it comes to your daughter?
I think it just depends. It's hard to say. Like, you can say one thing now, but I think it just kind of goes off the vibe that you get from the bloke.
Yeah.
Like, you can know they've been like straight up and shit, like, especially when we're at that age where your daughter's dating, like.
Well, people can start dating from fucking, as we know, primary school. You know, you get your first boyfriends and girlfriends. That's a bit different. But I feel like it's more once you're in like high school, like 15, 16, that type of age where like your true identity starts coming through. Yeah. Because I know like 10-year-old Jay to 15-year-old Jay, different person. Yeah.
So you just know, like, it's a bit different, eh?
Well, in a way, because it's like, I don't know for everyone, but for me, I lost my virginity at fucking maybe 14.
Wow.
Maybe 14. But it was like a relationship.
Yeah, right.
It was a relationship. Yeah. And I was in love. First heartbreak anyway. It was my first heartbreak. And,
did you break yours?
Oh, yeah. cunt, like a motherfucker, bitch, bro.
Hurt my boy.
Oh, crushed me, Made me who I am today, obviously. And I don't have any hard feelings. Like, it is what it is. I understand it is what it is. But I think that my and her upbringing, not upbringing, but just kind of like the rules in the relationship definitely led us to having sex at that age.
Yeah, right.
Definitely did.
Okay.
I'm probably talking shit. I'm probably talking shit because it didn't matter how strict someone's parents were. I probably would have done it anyway.
You're a bad boy. You were a bad cunt.
No, I'm not trying to sound like that.
Back
I'm
with
trying
the
to think
nipple piercing
realistically.
days.
No, years before that. This was my these are my church days, to be honest with you.
Wow. Wow.
These are my fucking.
You know what?
I was just looking for the.
You went to,
I'll tell you, all I was doing. I was looking for the Lord, bro. I thought I was helping that girl. I was looking for the
Holy
Lord.
Grail was between that girl's legs.
Yeah, I was looking for the Lord, brother. Yeah, and I found it, bro. I found it. I'll tell you that. Did not let go. Yeah, I'm talking shit because now that I mention it, I don't think it did have anything to do with the upbringing. But I know that I was also sleeping over houses from that age.
Oh, really?
Pretty much,
houses?
pretty much living together actually from fucking 14. Yeah, pretty much. It's and crazy. Along with my other mates as well. I've got mates who have lived with their missus from 14-ish, 15.
That's crazy.
Do you think that will be you as a father or not? Because I think it was good for us as people. Yeah.
I don't even know, man. Like, I thought about it the other day. I hadn't thought that far ahead, eh?
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't thought about, like, when my kids are teenagers and shit. Like, I had a rough idea, but I hadn't thought about, like, deeper level stuff.
Because I haven't got an answer. I can't tell you. Yeah.
Like, no idea. Like,
yeah.
You can say one thing now and then 360 on it when the time comes.
Because I think, like, what tried to happen was, like, say I stayed at her house, I always had to sleep, like, on the lounge or some shit, or the spare room, whatever house they were living at. And then 100% of the time, I would sneak into the other room. 100% of the time. And then way more paranoia at her house. So it was like, set the alarm clock for 5:30 in the morning, get up early, or even 5, whatever it was, sneak back into the lounge.
Imagine getting up. Imagine they get up in the middle of the night.
Cuz, biggest fear, but somehow it never happened. Somehow that never happened. And then I think that with my family as well, it was like you have to sleep in different rooms. Guaranteed it was first night. Busted.
Yeah.
Big lecture. Fuck this and that. Sorry. Not happening anymore.
Yeah.
Next night, busted, bro. Next night, busted. And I think it just became a thing. And then I think that's just how we ended up pretty much living together. Yeah. My last relationship pretty much moved in within fucking a month of being together.
Quick, eh?
Month, yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Day before we've been together.
And
then pretty much since then.
Yeah.
Been with him since, eh?
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how things just happen. But yeah, I mean, that's why I was curious to know if you thought that far ahead as to whether you're going to allow that. I think one thing I would not allow, door closed. I think that's a simple rule.
Yeah.
Simple rule.
Like, if it was at that point where if they were allowed to sleep in the same room, like, keep the door open. Like, you know, you're the kids.
Yeah, and it's like, that's when it gets scary. Like, what if a kid gets pregnant at, like, fucking too young, exactly. You know?
It happens.
Too young. It does happen. Have you ever met anyone that has? I've never actually had a conversation with someone who's had a kid that early. Yeah, heard stories, especially in school, you know?
Like, people have told me about it, but
yeah,
I don't know an individual that has had a kid that young.
I think I need to find someone like that and have a chat with them.
Get them on the pod.
Yeah. I don't remember whether I said this in an episode or not, but one of the guests I would love to have is a person who was born in jail. Because that can happen.
You have mentioned it.
I have that mentioned?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't remember who it was with, but you brought that up.
Yeah. I've definitely mentioned it to someone. I couldn't remember if it was on the podcast.
I don't even remember who it was, but it was a good one. I remember it. Yeah.
It was a good one?
Yeah.
Oh, Damo, it was a swap cast, wasn't it?
It was.
He asked me.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I think he asked me.
You two come with that fuck shit.
Yeah, because I think he asked me, like, who would you like to have as a guest? Maybe that was that episode.
I think it was like, yeah, absolutely. Shout out Damo.
Yeah. Oh, I might as well ask you while I got you on the opportunity. Did you enjoy the idea of the Swapcast?
Absolutely.
Because I'm thinking of doing it every 10, but not just with Damo, with someone else from the past.
Like, it was good with Damo, but it'd be nice. It would have been, not putting shit on Damo.
Oh, no, we can run it back, cuz we can run it back.
But I would love to see it again.
Yeah.
But I would love to see, like, someone else asking the questions as well. Like, just get more out of you as well.
Yeah. It's a bit different for me too. I kind of like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it. It's a bit less stressful.
Hard.
With the Damo one, I cut it all out, but like I sat back, I reclined, like there'd be dead time and I just didn't say nothing, bro. I just let him sit in it.
But then you can see it coming back through you where you want to take control of it.
I couldn't help it.
Second nature at that point, 10 episodes in, bro. You're running this shit.
Yeah, I'm a chatty cunt. Bro, I think this is going to be episode 16, guys.
Fuck, bro.
That's fucked up.
Pushing along. Hey.
That's nuts. But crazy. I tell you what, I wanted to have you straight away. I think before I even posted, I asked you. I think before I posted one.
No. By the time you told me about it, you said you wanted me on.
Yeah.
And I think you picked the perfect day.
Oh, I couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. To be honest, no podcast has lined up the way this one has lined up. Not at all.
Nah, bro. Because we were meant to do it Friday.
Yeah.
Too much shit happened that
night. Too much shit. Got the fucking food poisoning and that.
Nah, the next day you got COVID.
Oh, yeah, the Friday. Yeah, that's right. Got the COVID the next day.
And then they got fucking food poisoning.
But you made it work for me, bro. And I really do appreciate you. Absolutely, I do say it in every intro. So I guess it does at this point sound a little bit generic, but I really do appreciate the time you've given me.
Absolutely, bro. I've been waiting for the moment for it all lined up for us to get together.
Yeah,
and
cool.
Sit down and have a yarn.
Yeah, and I think your girl's gonna enjoy watching this as well.
She better.
Yeah, she will. And another big shout out to her. I only got to meet her on 2 brief occasions, and I actually am not happy with the fact that I haven't put in enough effort for that.
Don't be like that.
It's like, I could make excuses, bro, and say shit just happens. Life is busy.
Everyone's busy, man.
Life is busy, and it's not not talking shit. But at the same time, I can make more of an effort.
Different hours. Well, you do nights.
Yeah.
I fucking start at 5 a.m., finish at 5 p.m.
Yeah, I'm fucking packing up at 5.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so it is a different schedule.
Well, bro.
But I do make a promise to you now that I'm going to be involved in you and your family's life 100%.
I know you will be. I'm not putting that past you.
100%.
I know you will be.
Yeah. And I'm fucking excited, guy. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. You know what? It's making me excited to go to Christmas. Well, I sound like a dig when I'm saying that, but like I've been excited to go to Christmas to see my family.
Yeah.
But like little moments like this make me more excited to see the babies again.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. All right, here's a question for you. Growing up, did you feel responsibility as an older brother having all these little kids? Did you feel responsibility, or did it feel like free, you know what I mean?
A bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I just took it on when I needed to be responsible. Like I remember off the top of my head, there was this one time in high school, would have been like year 8 or 9. My sister was a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
We're both standing. Well, we used to kick it. It was near the canteen.
Yeah.
I saw someone cut in front of my sister.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. I grabbed him by the scruff of the neck. I was like, who the fuck do you think you're pushing in front of this star, bro?
Yeah.
Shit like that, man. Like, I didn't like seeing, like, my family walked up, like, on top of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel that. I'm so fucking protective of my brother. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I feel like if I did have like a younger brother around my age as well, it would have been worse.
Yeah.
Probably would have made me a psychopath. Like, probably would have killed someone.
Oh, dude, I think I actually can't shake those psychopathic thoughts of being a protective brother. Yeah. Like, if he goes out and he calls me, he's like, some cunt's fucking following me. I'm done for, cunt. I'm done for. But my question was more into relation to having these babies involved, right? Okay. Did you feel responsibility with being like a carer or like helping raise?
Especially like, if I was with like my brother or something, my mum's gone to do something, man, I'm watching this kid like a hawk.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not fucking about. Like, I'm watching this kid like a hawk.
Yeah.
Nothing's going into this child's mouth and this, that. Not around any edges of anything. Like, sit in the middle of the room. Chill out, man. Like,
that's
all
crazy.
that type of shit, bro.
That's so cool. That's actually so lucky in a way that you had that upbringing, bro.
Yeah, because I feel
it's a nurturing upbringing.
Yeah, switched on around like talk about like hazards for like young kids and shit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And you've always been like an older brother to the boys as well. I feel like you have.
Yeah. Especially like last few years.
And I guess we did mention the fact that you don't want to have a massive age gap between your kids.
Yeah.
But it also isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not. Like my family, like my older sister is 31 and my youngest is like 8.
That is a massive gap.
Yeah.
Are your parents white?
Yeah, my parents are white. Like, look at me.
That's not even a white thing to do. That's not I don't know any white people that do that. It's like a very like a wog thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I don't know anyone that has an age gap like that in their siblings. Well,
I remember when I was in I would have been year 7. Some cunt telling me that his brother was like 30.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you mean your brother's 30? Like, this is before.
Yeah.
I think I would have had 2 younger siblings actually.
Yeah.
But the age gap wasn't like.
Yeah, you didn't click together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be 30 in 6 years, and my brother's gonna be 14. So it's even a bigger age gap.
Oh yeah. And think about this: like the age gap's even bigger between your oldest and your youngest. That age gap's
like,
even bigger than that.
What is it now? 32 and 8. So.
That's
26?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
26 years
My
older.
younger brother's 26 and my older sister's gonna be 52.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And what you were dealing with was like 13 years, bro.
Yeah, hard. Wow. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Madness.
It's amazing. All right, so are there any traditions that you guys have in your family that you guys like to include? No, nothing?
No.
Do you always do Easter? You always do Christmas?
Like Christmas, yeah, just normal shit, but
Yeah.
just like around the house, like presents early in the morning. Mum whips up like some like fruit and all that type of shit for breakfast, croissants, this, that.
Yeah.
Then after that, she starts cooking like late lunch.
Mm-hmm. So your family's very free, eh? Family's very open.
We don't very...
Not very strict on each other.
Yeah, I don't remember ever being like hardly disciplined as a kid. Like you hear some people, they got this, that.
Yeah.
You know, like growing up, I got like the wooden spoon and all
Yeah,
that.
you got a hiding there.
Yeah, hard, bro.
Yeah.
That was like normal.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, man, older than that, I think I had like my DS taken off me once.
Yeah. I remember one punishment. I remember, I honestly, I was not disciplined as a kid. I was not. I got a
I
hiding.
was the same, yeah.
But like, fuck, like you don't
Especially once
care.
you're older.
Yeah, you don't care about a hiding, you know? Like, fucking whatever.
I'll cry for a few minutes.
Yeah, like, I'll be right. I think that ended probably by fucking 12 anyway.
Hard, bro. Once you got to high school, like, you thought you were the man.
Yeah, hard. I think I got one punishment as a kid where it's like I was going to have a fucking mad birthday. And then I think I got suspended or some shit. Didn't get that birthday or something, you know what I mean? But other than that, I think I got grounded once. And Fossey, he doesn't count when I'm grounded, you know?
Yeah,
his family, yeah. And then I got expelled from my second high school. My mum was like, you know, you can't have people over, you're in trouble, this and that. And then my missus lived with me, bro.
It didn't matter. You had someone there.
Didn't matter. So what kind of strictness are you going to have as being a dad?
Comes with the circumstances, eh?
All right, I'll give you scenarios.
Each
then.
crime has a punishment, really.
Each crime, I like that answer because that's a hard question. All right, I'll give you scenarios. So say you're shopping and then you catch your daughter has stolen a toy or something, chucked it in the pram, hidden it. What do you reckon you're going to do? Because,
How old are they?
This is like, if a kid's going to be like smart enough to be able to do that, maybe they have to already know the fact that they wouldn't have been allowed it. I'm going to say
What, like 3 or
5. Oh, maybe you're better than me at knowing this. I'm going to say that, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like to teach them a lesson, you'd have to take them to someone that works there and make them own up to it, eh?
Make him give it back, say sorry.
Yeah, all that type of shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. So say, what are you going to do in a situation where, say, your daughter is ever picked on at school, do you think violence is the answer for a
I
kid?
have no idea.
But like I'm asking you now, do you think violence is the answer for a kid, like for kids in school, based on what you were like growing up?
Physically picked on?
I think. Oh, I guess because you have two different types. You have like I guess now we've got cyberbullying and shit
There's
too.
so much, yeah.
All
So
right.
many options.
Let's stick with for now physically, like a little bit of pushing, like from
Physically,
a fucking
stand your ground.
Sorry. Let me say that again. I didn't say it properly. Maybe picked on by like a tougher, bigger chick at school. You know,
I feel like you kind of have to stand your ground,
stand your ground.
Like you can't especially physically bullying. Like if you just let them do it, they're just gonna run all over you. Like you have to stand your ground,
Yeah. Well, I guess we kind of touched on this before. We didn't go into it. What about self-defense? Is that something that you're going to implement?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I know we were talking about it when I was here last week.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Get the kids into MMA young.
MMA, yes.
Get them into it
Good
young,
choice.
bruh.
Good choice.
Grow
Good
up your
choice.
world champs.
Yeah. I've always said this. I don't know if I'm going to legit do it or not, but I've always said it would be cool not to let a daughter go out until she's at least a brown or a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
It's a good rule.
It's a good rule.
What's jiu-jitsu going to do when
Everything.
some cunt's on you?
Everything.
I know what you're saying. I've thought it through, bro.
Everything. There's not a person in jiu-jitsu I could beat in a fight, bro. There's not a person in jiu-jitsu. From fucking blue belt up. Unless the cunt, like...
What if they're like a world-class kickboxer?
A world-class kickboxer versus a equal level of jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
So a black belt? Or like a purple belt or something?
So like a blue or brown.
A blue or brown, so like big... Like, you got a bit of experience against a kickboxer. You're gonna win. You'll win. I think you'll win. Unless you got your like blue or brown belts from like, to say like you've been going once a week for fucking 6 years or something, and you've just done your time, you've learned the technique and things like that. But if it's a a blue belt who's like in it hard every day, like putting in the work,
There's different
I guess you have
levels,
different types.
But still, I don't know.
But I think when it comes to equal skill, jiu-jitsu is the superior sport, bro. Superior.
It's more technical, absolutely.
It's just more practical. It's more practical. Like
I
you
know about
grab a
once-
hold of like
If
a
you
punch.
get
I tell you what, a punch and a kick, they're only good from a certain distance. You're
Yeah.
too close. A punch ain't gonna do anything. Like unless you have the opening for an uppercut or a hook or something like that, and then
Or
you
like
got
you
knees.
said before, everyone's got that overhand.
Everyone's got that overhand.
Everyone's got that overhand.
Exactly. But once you've got a hold of someone and you get to the floor and you just trip them,
Yeah.
like
If you sweep them, you just
Right.
fucking get on top of them.
oh,
Fucking.
if someone
Someone
came,
Kimura or some shit, snap their arm. What are you
it's
doing,
done.
lad?
It's
What
done,
are you doing
bro.
exactly?
It's done.
I did BJJ when I was younger.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
I got in trouble bad, eh?
Oh, did you?
Fucking used to put my sister in chokes and shit.
That's cool. That's cool. You told me when we were on the way here, you got a fucking WWE cake for Christmas. Did you ever watch wrestling?
For my birthday.
Oh, for birthday, sorry.
Lad, I used to love it. Bro, I still fucking watch like clips and shit
Yeah.
now. Follow pages on Instagram.
Bro, have you been following Logan Paul on the WWE?
Nah, bro.
You haven't?
Nah,
Bro.
I don't like the new stuff, eh? The
Bro.
old stuff, OG, man.
I'm not going to lie with you. You're right. And I didn't even get into wrestling until I was probably, I'm trying to think what house I was in. I'm going to say 12. 12 I got into
Yeah,
it.
I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, my mum didn't let me.
Yeah,
No way we're having wrestling in that household.
bad man.
No chance we're having wrestling in that household. And all the mates had like their action figures and shit. I didn't know who none of them were. I knew the fucking 619.
Yeah.
Fucking Rey Mysterio, am I
Yeah.
correct? And that's because we used to do it at school.
On the poles.
Yeah. I knew Randy Orton because
Yeah.
I knew the fucking watch out.
Yeah.
I knew that one. And obviously
Lad, I
I knew
once
John
pedigreed
Cena.
one of the boys at primary school, eh? Pedigreed him on the concrete.
What's that? Was
You
that
know
that one?
Triple H?
Oh, see, I didn't even know.
Bro, what
Oh, wait.
you'd get him like his head between your legs, you'd fucking hold his arms up, and you just drop to the floor, eh? And dropped his head on the concrete floor.
Oh my god. That's wild, guys. That's wild.
You remember how you say,
That's
like,
crazy.
don't try this at home,
Yeah.
school, this, that?
Yeah.
Fuck that, lad.
Oh, that's mad. You know when I got into it? Did you ever watch The Nexus? The next
That was
was
like
like
the end of it for me.
that was the end of it. That's when I got into it, bro.
Well, that's when they started feeding my boy John Cena. Or feeding him.
They did. They all got together, bro. I think the Nexus ended up with a crew of like 12, bro.
Gnarly at one
That's
point.
when I got
They
into
were just
it.
jumping cunts. I didn't like it.
Yeah, they were just jumping though. I think they jumped like SmackDown versus Raw or some shit at one point.
Jumped everyone, eh?
Yeah, that was nuts.
They were always just outnumber whoever they're going at, eh?
Yeah, it was nuts. Well, when we leave, I'm going to send you clips to Logan Paul. I'm going to show you in the car.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to put a link down in the description of anyone who's listening who doesn't watch any wrestling, because I obviously watch a lot of Impulsive, one of the best podcasts of all time, and that's how I got into it.
Big ups, Logan Paul.
Big ups.
Fuck Jake Paul.
Oh, you don't like Jake Paul?
Nah,
You're the first person in person to tell me that. First person.
Nah.
First person. I respect them both. Hard. I hated Jake Paul. I think I have a very...
You know what, but like his accomplishments and stepping into the ring against the people who he has fought, it has to be respected. But as a person, I just can't barrack for him.
I think you haven't seen enough of him.
I feel like I've seen too much.
No, I feel like you haven't seen enough of him. You've seen enough of him of what he wants to give out on, like, he wants to be that, everyone wants to see him get knocked out. He knows that, so he feeds that. He feeds that.
If fucking Anderson Silva slept in, man, I would have been a happy boy.
Yeah. Well, he feeds into that. This is my opinion on him. But I've listened to him in depth on podcasts and listened to the way he speaks, and he genuinely... He knows that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he knows he has to do that. Otherwise, he wouldn't be where he is.
Made the better cross path.
Yeah.
Because he stepped into the actual like combat's world.
Yeah. Well, he opened up the gate with the Floyd Mayweather thing out of the two of them.
Was it? Or was that Jake that fought him?
No, that was Logan.
No
Logan
way.
fought Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
I know he fought KSI.
Yeah.
Was that
Logan,
once or twice?
Logan twice. Yeah, Logan twice.
But yeah, I feel like the switch into WWE's a good step. Like, you're not fucking taking actual damage to
Dude, you gotta watch
brain
these
and
clips.
body. Because I've seen like some clips where he's doing like fucking backflips off the top rope and shit. Like, fuck yeah.
I'll show you one. He had the most viewed WWE clip of all time.
Actually.
Of all time. I think it was on Instagram, bro. I think it got like 150 million on Instagram.
Bro, speaking of like big hits on Instagram, you see how much Lionel Messi got after winning the World Cup?
Nah.
Bro, he got the most likes.
Really?
No, sorry. He hit 400 million followers.
Wow.
It's still not the most. I think...
No.
Cristiano Ronaldo still has more.
Oh, there's no one with a billion on Insta?
I don't think so, man. That's a lot.
Shit. I thought the Jenners would have had that. Caitlyn Jenner.
Nah.
I mean, what's her name?
Nah.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, nah.
Nah?
But fuck, man. After he won the World Cup, he got like
So he won the World Cup, his team?
Yeah.
I got no idea,
France
bro.
versus Argentina.
Oh, that was the fucking championship.
That was the final, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know.
Great
I thought it was just another game.
Bro, probably the best World Cup final.
Shit.
Yeah, I'd say of all time, eh?
Oh, shit.
Of all time.
See, I've never watched a game of soccer in my life, except we went to the Wanderers. That was the name, the Western Sydney
Big
Wanderers.
up the Wanderers, lad. Let's go!
Yeah, I went to that. You went with that with me, did you?
No, I don't think so. Not with you, eh?
I don't even know who went there. It was definitely Nixie
like
and Cooper and Brad.
Fish, maybe as well, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good day. It was a good day. But I didn't watch the soccer. I got on the piss and chanted.
You can't.
Oh, you can't?
Not when you're in there, nah.
What's it called, that little area?
The RBB.
RBB, yeah.
I've been in there in games.
Yeah.
Full time, I thought we won. Lad, it's like a draw. We lost. The fuck, bro? How many beers have I had today?
What a great section for a sports stadium.
Bro, my record.
Just a piss section,
my
bro.
record number of beers in the RBB was 16.
Oh my gosh.
I got 4 trays.
Oh my gosh.
You know how expensive that is at the ground?
Oh, I don't even remember.
$8.80 for a beer.
Oh my gosh.
Times by 16.
Yeah.
You do the math.
Fuck. I'm going to try real quick. 8 times 8 would be fucking, what's that? 64. So you paid fucking like $130 in beers or something, bro.
More, lad.
More?
It's more.
Fuck. That's crazy. Well, anyway, I just started to watch a couple games on the TV, like at work, because it's on at like
it was on
3 a.m.
Yeah, hard, bro. I'd get to work and they're showing it.
I gotta be honest, it's so boring, bro. I can't.
I get where you're coming from, but
can't.
fuck.
I don't get it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm not in.
exactly.
I only got into the NRL this year. This year.
Once it's hard to understand a sport when you don't
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah. And it's crazy because people know all these players from different countries.
Bro, I swear
I'm
to
like, what
God,
the
like,
fuck?
not just that, but I know, like, every country. I
Yeah.
know flags, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah?
if you show me a flag, I'll fucking pick that shit out.
Yeah.
Like, if you search up, like, random flag generator, I'm fucking good chance.
Fuck, that's cool.
Like, 9 times out of 10, I'm picking it.
Do you reckon I could time you out and see how many countries you could name in a minute?
Name or, like...
No,
what,
just
off the
name.
top of
No,
my
just
head?
random names. Don't think of them now. Just answer me. Would you be up to do it or not? I don't have to put this in.
I could do it, but
I'm gonna
prefer to
time
do
you
something like more of like flags or some shit.
No. I want to see how many you can name because I tried this with myself the other day.
Alright,
All right.
I'm gonna go.
You can start
continent
thinking.
by continent.
You can start thinking. I'm going to tell you when to go. Ready, set, go.
Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Bolivia, Peru, Colombia, Mexico, America, Jamaica, Tahiti, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Russia, Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, Slovakia, England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, India, North Korea, South Korea, China, Indonesia, Philippines.
Stop. Bruh, that's 49. I'll check when I go back. It might have been more, but I'm pretty sure that's 49. That was good. That beat me. That beat me. Yeah. Bruh, that's crazy. I think I got fucking maybe 41. And you were naming things I'd never heard of.
Like, with the fucking flags out, I'm fucking bossing it out.
That was good, bro. Respect. That's cool. I tell you what, but I couldn't tell you where any of them are. I've heard the names.
Yeah.
I have no idea where anything
I was
is.
kind of just going continent by continent.
Yeah.
Gave up on half of it. I could have kept going, but fuck.
Yeah. Good effort. I like that.
Cheers, bro.
Oh, I guarantee I had a couple more questions I wanted to ask you in relation to this, but we've just been tangenting so well. One thing I did want to ask you actually was, do you think that if you had have had this news earlier in your life,
Having a baby?
yeah, say like at the age of like 18, you would have the same mindset you have now?
No, absolutely not.
What do you think would have been different
I've been
about
in
it?
so much a different position in life, like financially, psychologically, physically, all that type of stuff. Like, I
Yeah,
was too immature then.
yeah. But you wanted to be a dad.
Yeah, I did, but I wasn't. I would have been a shit dad.
Okay.
I reckon I had a kid at that age.
We're ready.
I wasn't ready, no.
Yeah. It's crazy in perspective, but because you thought you wanted to. Did you think you were ready or did you know you weren't?
Now?
No, like back then, did you think you were ready?
No. Wait.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
You didn't. You see,
No.
I haven't had that mindset.
No,
I've
even
always
looking
thought.
back at it now, like, I've seen so much more. Like, I understand a lot more in life as well. Like, right, even now, like, you think, you can say I'm still a kid.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bro, I'm a baby.
Oh, dude. I've got to be honest, I don't feel a day older than 19, eh?
No.
I feel 19.
Bro, and if I didn't have a kid on the way, I'd probably have the same mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking the exact same.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's so cool. I don't know how I feel like in relation because like everyone that's my age, like you, Pat, Luke Sessions, all the people that are the same age, are doing such crazy steps in the right direction. You know what I mean? Exciting steps, but it's like for me, it's like I can't
You can't say
see
you're
it,
not,
bro.
but
I
you
can't
say
see
you're
it.
not.
Nah, but I'm talking about in a relation to family. Talking about in a relationship,
Yeah.
starting a family.
I know, yeah. Now
You know, and it's like
You
I
can't
think
force
it's
it,
just,
but
it's just how crazy how everyone does things at different times,
yeah,
bro.
you can't force it, but it has to happen organically.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna try and force it. That's for
No,
damn
absolutely
sure.
not.
Like, I think it would be amazing to meet the fucking love of my life now, but at the same time, I don't know if I have time for.
Look, with the schedule you've got at the moment, I agree with you.
And like, I don't know if it's selfish or not, but I'm not willing to compromise either. I'm not.
I won't say selfish. You have to, before you can love someone, you have to be able to love yourself.
Yeah.
And like that's only something I only found within this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Like being able to love myself in order like to love someone.
Yeah. Well, that's a good topic I like to talk about on here too.
Like
Being able to love yourself to love
Yeah.
others. So how did you realize that in yourself?
just the way I was so willingly able to compromise for like happiness within my own relationship. Like,
Yeah, I get ya.
I was happy to make, like, no one forced me to do anything, but I on my own made changes within myself
Yeah.
and like made decisions without being told you have to do this XYZ. Like I just did it willy nilly
And you just felt like you wanted to.
because I knew like if I did those things, I'd be a better person and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. That's sick. That's sick. And random question, but what do you think happiness is? Because you're finding like more happiness within yourself. Like, what do you think happiness is?
That's a hard question.
Yeah, well, I was hoping for an answer because I ain't got one.
Ah,
With happiness, I think that it's such a hard question because like
I don't think there's
everyone's looking for it. Everyone's looking
Yeah.
for it. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be happy all the time.
Absolutely.
And you do whatever you can to make yourself happy, which is kind of like being content. And I did mention this before, and it's like I kind of see
that's kind of the word that came to my mind as well, being
content. Yeah, and I kind of see happiness as like a baseline feeling
Yeah,
that everyone's trying to get
Yeah.
back to.
I've heard you say that before on here. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that happiness mostly comes from being proud. That's what I think happiness is, for sure. Yeah, I think like being proud of who you are, being
Yeah.
proud of your family, your partner,
for,
your friends, what you stand
Yeah.
for. I think that's happiness in a way.
yeah.
Don't you reckon? Like, I don't know. It's like
I feel like you need probably 3 to 4 of those things. You
Yeah.
can't, not just one of them, not two. You need a few of them to line up, and then you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Because you can't really just go with one.
hmm Yeah, I agree. One's not enough.
No, because
Kinda
let's say, sorry to
Yeah, you
interrupt you, but let's say you have one of those things, and then that falls through, and you've got no happiness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need like
Yeah.
levels to a type thing.
Yeah, true.
It's hard to explain, but
So it's like a balance,
Yeah,
between self and who you surround yourself with.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good answer for what I think happiness could be. Yeah, definitely. Do you think that there's any relation with happiness to like the mind, body, and soul? Do you ever think about
Absolutely.
that? Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, the more you love yourself, you're gonna treat yourself better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
for
not
sure.
gonna put yourself through the fucking absolute ringer
Mm.
and then just come out of it and expect to feel happy. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess because it's like fucking when everyone's younger and you're fucking going out and you're partying and you're
Yeah.
fucking doing shit you shouldn't be doing, you're not looking after your body,
Bro, I feel
you're
like
writing yourself off.
Going out and partying is like a false illusion to yourself, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, fuck, bro. I know
Yeah.
myself. I didn't go to a club till I was 19.
hmm
And I just wasn't interested in it from day dot. Like, I would have absolutely rather just like go out, have a piss up with like people I'm closest to, rather than just going out into this big environment.
Yeah.
Just fucking everyone there. So
Yeah. I agree.
I like something a bit more intimate.
I did enjoy it, but I gotta admit it, like I had a period where I loved going
Don't
out.
get me wrong, bro. I used to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. There's a good period where it was what I was looking forward to at the end of every
Yeah,
week.
absolutely.
But did you listen to the episode with Hugo?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
explained to me in the way it's like it's
You have
just
to be with the
it's
right
a-
people.
yeah.
Enjoy it.
you have to 100%, but it's also a westernized money-making machine going out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, it's not even... Bro, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be looking for my fucking future partner at the club.
No.
I thought
Like,
I would.
When you're 18, 19, that's what you think.
Yeah, I need to go out and find a missus.
You don't find it like that.
When you get older, you're like, now it gets difficult, you know what I mean?
Hard.
Got to look for them keepers, so...
Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to fault anyone that has found their love that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can make it work outside of that setting.
Yeah. And I think good, healthy relationships can come, as you say.
Absolutely.
Can come.
Absolutely.
But it's not what I'm going to be looking for anyway next time.
We don't go out. We don't do that shit.
Yeah. It's like the one thing that holds me from wanting to go out sometimes. Like, oh, maybe I'll meet someone. But then it's like, oh, I don't want to meet someone. There,
But you're going to meet on like a Thursday night at Edinburgh.
Yeah, I agree. Or say I go to the fucking city and meet someone there. It's, in the city, can't
Yeah, hard. What are you doing on the city at this fucking time of night at
now I
this
gotta
day
come,
of the week?
Now I gotta come back to the city just to see them, bro. Fuck off, bro. Yeah. Alright, good side tangent. Oh, I tell you what, if any more questions do pop into my head about you having a daughter, I'm gonna ask them. Yeah. But I want to go into the deep questions, alright? Yeah. You obviously know the go. The deep questions.
Know the urge.
For this one, I'll answer the first one first because I've always pretty much let the other person go first.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like it's a bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
If I go. You already know the go. You've heard me say it a million times.
Love the podcast.
Yeah. And I do thank you for listening so far. You've been one of the top fans for sure. One of the top fans for sure.
I always make sure after a cracker episode as well.
Yeah.
I'll let you know about
it. You do. I love that. All right. Would you rather hear God sing you a song he wrote for you and you only once a year, or receive a letter from God? I don't think... Are you religious?
I'm not religious at all. I wouldn't give a fuck either way, eh? At the moment you said God, I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I was hoping he was going to come back because I knew you weren't religious. All right. When was the last time you cried and why? I'll go first. I did say I would. All right. Damn it, cunt. What did I do to myself? I shouldn't have said I'd go first. I cried probably 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago. And fuck, it was a sick cry. It was so good. It was like mad. And the reason why is because... I've never said this on the podcast before. I don't know if I should. Mm-hmm. Fuck it, I have to. This is an honest podcast. It was from Luke Mount. It was because I was thinking about Luke Mount. And I think everyone who listens pretty much does know, but he was my best mate who committed suicide last year. And I always just send him a message every now and then. It's like, I'm just thinking of something. Like, I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to watch Spider-Man with you one day. It's so hectic, just little things. But then this time I accidentally called him. Like, it was just a random thing. I was driving and I'm just like, fuck. And I'm like, oh, I might just leave a voice message then anyway. So I left a voice message. I'm just talking to him and then I just fucking... kind of yelled at him, was pissed off at him, and then I was upset about it, then I missed him, I was excited to see him again one day and all this shit, and to be honest, I'm crying, bro, while I'm driving, and it was so random. I was fine when I got in the car. I was just going for people to call, and I was going to send a message, as I said, I accidentally called him. By the time I put up my destination, I felt good, cunt. Fuck, I felt good. Oh, I hadn't had one of them since the last time since I found out. Yeah. That was the last time. I think the funeral was the last time I cried about it. So, fuck, it felt good. What about you? Last time you cried?
Fuck. Right. I don't know, now that I feel like that I've been a father, I found myself more vulnerable.
Okay.
And there's been like random things like, I think I cried like last week. I don't
know
what it's about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I cried, eh?
Wow.
I cried, like, proper crying too, like bawling, like emotions and all that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like in a negative way, but it was just like, that came through me.
And did you did you question as to why you did it? Did you ask yourself why?
Yeah, I did. I didn't have like a definitive answer, but it just, like emotions hit me. Yeah,
that's cool. It's crazy how that things happen, eh?
Yeah, bro. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with crying at all.
Nah.
The older I've gotten, the more I've realised that there's no point keeping it all bottled up inside. Like,
nah, not at all.
Especially if you have like a good network around you.
Yeah.
Where there's people, especially if you cry to someone as well.
Oh, I haven't done that. This felt like I was crying to someone. Yeah. Because I was talking to him. But I don't think I've cried to someone, actually.
Like,
Yeah.
I've had, like, one of the boys before, I don't want to say who, but having them feel like they can, like, vent that to me, such an amazing feeling. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather them cry to me than pick up a phone call of something bad happening.
Yeah,
Like, absolutely. Like, I'm more than happy to listen to anyone with any of their problems than to have to pick up that call.
Oh, God, it's fucked.
Yeah, but,
It is so fucked. And, like, that's why it's like since then, it's been like a kind of like a main part of my existence, you know, to make sure everyone's open, to be more vulnerable with myself anyway, at least. Even if and I kind of use the podcast as my own fucking form of therapy, but I do question myself a lot and ask myself things, make sure I'm getting out what I need to get out.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to fucking actual seeing a therapist, I've booked in to see a therapist in like, I think it's a week from now or something, maybe 10 days. I booked in 10 sessions, and I just think it's a healthy thing to do.
Yeah,
straight
absolutely.
up. Let everyone know what you think.
Like, yet again, like, one of the boys, won't say who, I know they go see a therapist. Helps him fucking so much. And I love hearing, like, whenever he tells me he's gone there, he's had a good session. It's great to hear.
Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. And like some of the people that I wouldn't expect to have gone to see a therapist are seeing them.
Like, you think, like, just because someone's strong doesn't mean that they're not vulnerable to any type of situation.
Yeah. I'm kind of seeing strength in it. I'm seeing it to be more strength. Because I think that the hardest thing to do is to admit that you have to talk about things. Yeah, and I think that's true strength, you know? Yeah. Strength isn't actually bottling it up. I do joke about it a lot. It's funny to joke about. Like, I was talking to Fossey on the phone today and we were saying, like, yeah, you're not going to fucking deal with that shit. You're going to fucking bottle it in like a fucking man.
Yeah.
And, like, it's obviously a joke, you know?
Exactly.
You got to let it out.
That's kind of how the world's become.
Yeah, yeah.
Where men aren't supposed to feel emotions, like they're meant to be just nothing but strong. You have to speak up. 100%.
Speak up about everything because it's the logical thing to do as a man. I'm having these testy pops like crazy. I swear,
I'm a man again.
yeah, gone through puberty, bro. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I love the honesty, and I think that next time I have the opportunity, I'm definitely gonna cry. All right. Why do you think people are so unkind to each other? I have had this question before, but I want to hear what you think.
Unkind to each other. It just comes from within, really, I'd say. Like, everyone's got something that they're trying to cover up or trying to make them feel better about themselves. It's just something that they need to address within themselves.
Like self-conscious, almost.
Yeah. Because sometimes, like, I'm sure everyone does it. Like, you just kind of put someone down, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, I hear. I find that, like, and I've never been this person, but sometimes I'll have that act of impulsiveness. Like, so say someone pisses you off on the road and you just want to fucking let this cunt know how it is. You just want to let him know how it is. But it's because while I'm driving, I'm probably thinking about shit that I probably have to fucking confront.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of road rage might come down to. Yeah. There is a big theory that thinks that road rage is because you're traveling at such a high speed that you're on crazy alert. Yeah. That's why people have road rage.
It's paranoid.
But that's different to being unkind to someone else, you know?
Like, I feel like I'm not an unkind person. I feel like I'd say I hope you'd agree with me. I'm quite a happy and, like, positive type person. Yeah. But my form of that is just, like, shutting off type thing. Yeah. And just being blunt. And that's how I feel like I come across as, like, being rude or whatnot. Like, I'm too nice to say, like fuck you, like, that kind of thing. Unless you, like, done me dirty bad. Yeah. But that's my thing. Like, I just shut off. Yeah. Like, I won't talk to you.
I think I'm the same. I think that, like...
And that's the easiest way to deal with it, I suppose.
Yeah. I think it is too. I think that I have a little bit of, like... It's probably arrogance as well. If I feel like someone has said something to me that I don't like, I'm very quick to kind of, like, I don't know, shut them off was a good way to explain it. But I guess that's more of like a pride thing anyway. It's like self-conscious at the end of the day. Like, why do I feel like they should have said something differently to me? Who am I to say how this cunt should think of me? Yeah. So the honest answer, I did like it. And I think that's definitely the why that people feel so unkind towards each other, because they're dealing with shit inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is another thing therapy's a good thing for. Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
And anyone that goes to therapy, bigger person than I am.
At the moment, if you need therapy, cuz I'm going to fucking make sure you're going to therapy, bro.
And I'll cop therapy off one of the boys. To admit that you had that issue,
Yeah.
it's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's actually pretty good. I thought the Australian system wasn't too fond on mental illness and anything around that self-identity type thing.
Yeah.
But from what I hear, I signed up to a program and it's covered by Medicare for 10 sessions. So they'll pay for it straight up a year as well,
hectic.
which is not like
That's
a
so
forever
good.
thing.
Yeah.
And then you just say you go to, you want to go to someone in particular, or they can find someone. There might be people that are like recommended from that doctor. They'll recommend you to them who are covered by the Medicare, but if it's a bit extra, you just pay the difference.
Yeah.
It might be like
That's
fucking
right, still.
$30 to $50 or something, which is, I think, fucking very helpful information to people to know. The government actually wants to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather increase your knowledge at the expense of your physical strength, or increase your physical strength at the expense of your knowledge?
I'd rather have more knowledge.
More knowledge?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck. That's a hard one for me.
Like, I'm not that physically strong. Like, I'm
Yeah,
alright.
but that's what I'm. What if you had to miss out? What if you had to lose strength now? Because I know I'm not that strong.
What's the baseline of minimal physical strength?
All right. Would you gain 50% more knowledge capacity?
Yeah.
To
knowledge.
lose 50% more strength?
Oh, fuck.
See,
Nah, knowledge, man.
you would
Knowledge.
lose 50% more strength.
Absolute knowledge.
I guess you could
How
just
far
grow it
strength's gonna get
back.
you?
I guess you could grow the strength back.
Not
but
even that. Even if you couldn't, the knowledge is going to take you much further. Even if it's just in terms of wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah, it's so important. It's so important. I love learning.
Yeah,
but I
I'm the
love the
same.
ability to conquer physical goals
Absolutely,
as well.
I'm the same. I love, like, for example, work. I love working to my absolute fullest to
Yeah,
get shit done.
yeah,
But at the same time, work smarter, not harder.
yeah, yeah. But that's in one sense. But like, I guess strength will never really get you to your goals unless your goals are strength orientated. I guess
Yeah,
like
and then
lifting.
How far is that going to get you?
Yeah.
In terms, like,
Yeah,
unless you're like some absolute crazy power lifter.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. I guess endurance is the thing that I'm mostly concerned
Yeah.
about. The ability to fucking trek a mountain or do a triathlon
actually, you know
or
what?
run a marathon.
Endurance is more important than strength.
Yeah. And they don't go hand in hand either.
No.
They don't go hand in hand.
No.
They're completely different.
I'd rather have more endurance than explosive power.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I would agree with you then. I'd rather choose knowledge.
Yeah.
Strength isn't too important.
No.
Yeah, for sure. And it could just be like the Liver King, bro, and just fucking take
Jump on the
steroids,
fucking
get the
test.
ab implants. All right. Who do you think is responsible for policing what is true online? You think
Listen,
anyone?
try and lie within oneself.
Oh, self. You should be
Yeah.
able to do that yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
if you're out there putting crazy shit out, like, with the intentions of upsetting people, like, that's on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And it's
the
like,
internet's so powerful nowadays, and there's so many people that have access to it, that you kind of do have to take responsibility for what you are putting out there.
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's kind of been like this whole movement that's kind of coming over now with Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's freedom of speech. You should be able to say whatever you want online.
Absolutely not.
You
You should have freedom of speech 100%, but you can't be saying, like, derogatory terms. and,
hate
like, that-
speech is different.
all that type of shit. Like,
Yeah, hate speech. But like, say with the whole COVID thing, right?
that's
how-
I know that's been a big talking point.
Yeah.
I'd say within this podcast, where you've only just found out you can say the word spicy cough instead of COVID.
Spicy coughs. Yeah,
Lad.
shout out to Hugo for that one. But
Fuck that, man.
you should be allowed to say whatever you want online as long as you're not being
Absolutely,
hateful.
like, within those terms, like, you should be allowed to speak about COVID, because I know that there were videos that were being demonetized
yeah,
for, even if you said COVID once.
yeah,
And
yeah.
these are, like, from big like, influencers
Mhm.
that are out there putting videos up. The moment they said COVID, you've lost all your money from that video.
And it's red flagged, like it doesn't come up on feeds.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Things like that.
It's crazy, shit like that.
Well, I think that like you can't have anyone enforcing what's true and what's not true online.
I feel like you should be able to put an opinion.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can say an opinion, but anything that's trying to... I was going to say even trying to persuade people. You should be able to try to persuade people on an opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, I'm thinking as far back as fucking Coney 2012. Remember that? Coney 2012?
Have your opinion on it.
Like, I think... Do you know there's a big thing that states that wasn't even real?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, there's a big thing saying it was a marketing scheme to, like, create money. It's like... Just because that's true, it doesn't mean it should be taken off the internet. You can't enforce that shit. Otherwise, that's dictatorship.
All that type of shit.
Yeah.
It's like all the stuff that's starting to come out about like all the UFOs and shit.
Yeah, let it out, bro. Let it out. Flat earthers, let them out, bro. Let them out.
Just fucking release the truth, eh?
Yeah.
Release the truth and let the people go crazy.
Bro, release the false.
What's the worst that's going to happen, man?
Yeah.
A couple people die. Yeah, it's sad, but fuck, man.
Yeah.
Get the information out there.
Yeah. I'm thinking release the false as well, bro. Release the truth, release the false, release it all, bro.
Oh, yeah, the false, yeah.
Release it all.
Fuck, man.
I think just let people figure it out.
Like, real knowledge.
Yeah.
Instead of all the speculation.
Yeah. Well, I think when you said, like, you have to identify you have to police what is true yourself.
Yeah.
You should just you should know that everything you read on the internet is just someone else's words. And you can pick and choose what you want to take in off it or not.
One of the oldest sayings within our generation is never believe what you read on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. Very true.
You have to... If you believe something that you read straight off the bat, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you just take it for face value and not do any research on it, that's on you. I
remember seeing a post on Facebook in like 2013 when Flappy Bird was a big thing. This chick posted a status saying like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that a kid killed his whole family over the Flappy Bird argument," right? And then someone replied to a photo of the screenshot that they've seen of the article, and the next article under that was like, "McDonald's is serving human flesh in their burgers." You know what I mean? It's like,
half the articles you see posted, because whenever someone posts an article, they just post like the headline of the story. They don't post the actual article. You see like 60% of the people in the article just talking shit. 10% not knowing what the fuck's going on, asking what's happening. And then what's about 30% of the people who've actually read the article saying what's happened. It's like, you guys are all idiots, man. Like, only 30% of the actual of people actually read the post, like opened up the link. Instead of just going off the fucking face value.
Bro, I'll click on a link sometimes like fuck and I'll read into it and it's like, this is just some idea that some cunts had. It's just ridiculous.
See, when I say that, I look at the comments, I see if someone just gives it to me. If not, I'll click on the link. And if I'm that intrigued and I give a fuck that much, I'll look into it some more.
Bro, fucking Scully was going to come on a while back and things came in between as we couldn't get on like together at the same time. He's going to come on in the future, but we're trying to discuss what we should talk about because he's deep into conspiracies and I've been deep into them, so we're going to go back and forward on them. And he sent me a link to this thing.
You gotta make sure he's as far as possible.
I will. He sent me a link to this thing to look into that he just started called the what was it called? The Rings of Saturn or something like that.
Yeah, right, okay.
And it was basically this guy's written this book about this alien species that he believes that come and visit Saturn to harness power to help fuel their spacecrafts and shit.
Yeah, right.
And I did a full research on my fucking computer.
He told you this?
Scully told me to look into it. He just heard about it as well. We're looking into it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, he didn't even look into it as deep as I did, but I listened to interviews from the guy who wrote the books, read the fucking shit that he had to say, and I've got a list on my fucking computer of notes, so I've researched the fuck out of it. And you know what I got in the end? And it started off as like this guy used to work with this NASA and all this crazy shit. And then in the end, I got the gist of this guy has only ever seen these crafts with his naked eye. There's no evidence at all. He hasn't even seen it on a telescope, not a fucking sonar system.
Any of it, or just he just said it.
Yeah, like he's written books about it, and there's people have interviewed him, and they're so curious, and there's like a whole thing about it. He's only ever seen these crafts with his eye. He's seen crafts physically drain the power off Saturn's rings. You can't even see Saturn's rings from your own eye.
No, bro. When I look into the sky, I don't see shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I wasted like 9 hours, bro, researching this shit for. Oh, but you know, that shit should be on the internet. Straight up.
Man,
it should.
The internet needs to have as much facts as the human brain can want to absorb.
Yeah. True or false?
Absolutely. Bro, true or false. There needs to be speculation within the world. Yeah. 100%.
Bro, I've gone deep on flat earth hard. Deep. And there's nothing I want for that to be more than true than flat earth.
Bro, I don't sit on either side, but someone has to just come out and say the truth.
Yeah.
Because if someone said earth isn't flat, would you just take it on the chin?
Oh, I would want it to be true, but I have to see it myself. I have to know.
Yeah, but if they come out with documentation,
if they say it was
Earth isn't flat,
I couldn't believe it, bro. Because there's so much evidence stating it's flat, and there's so much evidence stating it's round.
How does it come back around then?
The theories that I've looked into, and there's a million of them.
Yeah.
Is that you are living on a flat surface.
Yeah.
And we're actually inside a dome, kind of like a snow globe. And that's actually been carried out through ancient religion and text.
So you just go from like there to there. That's
the end of it.
No curvature.
Oh yeah, it's a curvature. Sorry, it's a foot explain. It's like a dinner plate with a dome over it, like a actual snow globe. And they think that the ice wall is actually something that permits the whole boundary of where we live, and Antarctica and all this shit isn't real. And you can't go past any of it.
Do you think Antarctica is real or not?
Oh, I'd love to believe it to be true, bro, but it's so true. It's so true. Like, you can't have so much people devoting their life to geology, astronomy, weather.
So many geologists. Is that the word?
Geologists.
Geologists.
Yeah.
There's so many of them in Antarctica.
So many of them, bro. And it's like...
Antarctica is real.
Anyone who studied...
It wouldn't be a continent if it wasn't real. If it wasn't a continent...
We couldn't be living on a flat surface if any of this shit wasn't real. Like, you have everyone who's ever studied space. Anyone. Anyone who works at any space station. You've got Elon Musk, who's leading his entire team of... Anyone who's put a satellite in the sky.
Elon Musk is just a freak as well.
Yeah. You've got every single satellite company in the world. Google, Telstra, Optus, every map navigation system, everything. It would all have to be fake in order for the Earth to be flat. NASA. You've got fucking... As we said, geologists, people who study the climate, people who study weather, people who study history, people who study... traveling, oh my God.
Life and death.
There's
too much.
It would have to be fake. But the theory is that there's actually continents outside of this ice wall that have little breaks, and you can travel to them, or they can travel to us, and we are actually just like such a minute part of evolution in the term of human creation. How crazy would it be if
we lived in that time of evolution? What was it called before the ice melted?
I
don't know. What was the name for people during that time?
Oh, well, humans were called back then. Fuck, I don't have a clue. There's been so many names for people.
When Australia was fucking huge and connected to Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, all that shit.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Fuck.
You know what? There's actually a mad documentary on Netflix. Have you seen Ancient Apocalypse with Graham Hancock? I just finished it today. I didn't want to watch the last episode, but fuck, I had to watch it today. It was just state-of-the-art information stating that we have definitely had an asteroidal impact that has wiped out civilization almost entirely.
Bro, when you look at the world map, there's no way that that's how it's been for...
No, it's not. We know that it's been like one continent to two continents that have split up. That's almost fact.
I have the word on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it.
I don't even know what word you're looking for.
I know what it is.
I don't even know what word you're looking for. But it states that 11,800 years ago, we had all these ancient civilizations, and people never thought we had human life before that. Before They say like fucking 4,000 years ago. But this states that we had
2000 BC.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's what people have been saying.
People have been out here for a while.
Well, they think that we were just hunter-gatherers before that. But they reckon that, and they have temples to prove that these people have built temples and...
Bro, look at the pyramid. What year were the pyramids born in?
Oh, it's
not born in, fucking made it.
The pyramids is a hard one because, like, some people think it could be like 9,000 years ago. Some people think it could be like 50,000 years ago.
You hear people talking about people were just stronger back then. And you hear about the fucking radiation or like magnetizing for the fucking blocks to be pulled up.
Yeah,
that's a crazy one. I'd love to know that.
I'd love to know the truth about Egypt as well. I'd love to know the truth.
There's so much interesting facts about Egypt that aren't 100%.
I think it's most likely that we had aliens, but
right, yeah,
most likely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I fucking agree with Egypt, especially.
Egypt, especially because there was a fucking a carving on the wall. What do you call those things?
The hieroglyphics
of the solar system. Bro.
Yeah, and like the way that they were
fuck?
like to articulate from what they saw the hieroglyphics, carve it into a wall to what there is now.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are we questioning?
Like, and dude, we genuinely thought the Earth was flat. Recent history.
Yeah, like
we genuinely thought.
What, 20,
I want to call it. No.
Longer than that?
No. I'm talking like
less than 10.
I'm talking like fucking hundreds and hundreds of years.
Oh, really?
Hundreds of years. Yeah, well, we'll fact check that.
I don't stay up to date with this shit, bro. There's too many crazy people in the world, bro. I don't know who to listen to.
30 years, bro. 30 years is like just older than us.
Well, that's when people started losing their minds.
Yeah. When did they realize the Earth wasn't flat? It wasn't a while ago. It wasn't too long ago. 5th century BC. That's way longer than I thought it was.
5th century
I thought
BC.
it was like...
So what's that? 5th century? How long is a century? 100 years?
5th century is 500 years before Christ, so that's 2,500 years ago. Yeah.
And that's new. What the fuck?
I thought it would have been like the year 1400, to be honest with you. I didn't know it was that long ago.
I thought it would have been like AD.
Yeah, definitely AD. Definitely AD. Can't you said like 1980?
Yeah, lad. That's something relatively new, bro. You're talking about fucking 2,000 years ago.
Nah. What were we talking about before that? Oh yeah, the hieroglyphic. They had the hieroglyphic of the sun in the middle, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
Oh, that's crazy. It's like who'd put that there?
Aliens, Aliens.
What year was King Tut?
King what?
King Tut?
King Tut. I don't even know what King Tut is.
You don't know King Tut?
No.
Nah, bro, you have some research to do. You'll love it. He was the youngest ever, are they called pharaohs?
Pharaohs in Egypt.
And what does pharaoh mean again?
Pharaoh means leader, yeah.
Youngest ever, King Tut.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
so
his death was like mysterious. Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun, yes, correct. So he was around...
He was about 19 when he died, I think.
1341 to 1323 BC. So yeah, he died very young. He died at 20. He died at 18.
I think it was either he got poisoned or he had like.
Oh, I've seen him in The Simpsons.
To the skull.
There was a Simpsons thing about him where Bart plays King Tut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know what that was.
You'll love it. I remember learning about it when I was in year 6.
Okay. Yeah, I will look into that for sure. Well, yeah, that was. If that was 1340 BC, then that was about 3,300 years ago.
Oh, was that BC?
Yeah, BC.
Yeah.
3,300 BC.
Brownie's still probably one of the most.
See, we didn't even know. We didn't even know the Earth was fucking round then.
This cunt's running countries at 18.
Yeah. Yeah, I will look into that. That's mad. All right, quick. Fuck, we've gone off on this tangent. I gotta keep saving myself, bro. All right. If you had a choice to be the ruler of the world, but everyone hated you, or a poor person with no power at all, but everyone loved you, which one would you choose?
Poor.
Poor, and everyone loved you. What about if poor meant like every day you had to find food, like poor?
Yeah, I'd still take poor.
You'd still take poor?
Brad, could you imagine?
Everyone hated you?
Yeah, lad.
I can't imagine that. I don't know what that would be like.
Like your own family.
Yeah, nah, I'd rather be poor.
Yeah.
Even though it's literally impossible, this question doesn't make sense. If everyone loved you, you wouldn't be poor. You know what I
fine.
mean? You'd be looked after. But I agree.
I'd
Definitely
rather
agree with you.
be. Let's say, you know, the cunt that's always in the city, that old Asian bloke.
Yeah. I know what you're
like
talking about.
that, or like leader of the water.
Yeah.
You take
Bro,
that
there's
old
some-
Asian bloke.
There's some people in the city that like I still see homeless today that I seen when I was fucking 14,
Bro,
eh?
homeless people scare me, eh?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I've had fucking when I used to go to a club and I used to try and have conversations with them and give them some
Fuck
money
that, bro.
and
They're
shit.
on fucking survival mode, bro.
Come on, they would have killed me at any point.
They'll
Some
eat
of
your
them,
arm.
they were looking at me funny the whole
Yeah.
time, bro. Like they were sussing me out.
Bro,
It was
I
fucked.
sound like a sad cunt, but I hate seeing them, eh?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's horrible.
It's fucking.
It's horrible.
It's daunting. Like it's like.
Yeah. That's
still-
a reality, man, for people.
It's sad. It's sad.
And like we think it's like you go to the city or Para or something, bro. Go to LA.
Oh, bros. Like fucking downtown
that.
LA.
Yeah,
Oh my
bro.
gosh. I heard
Especially
it,
being like a young female going through there. Oh,
dude, there's some parts in
They're
America, I'm pretty sure they have a higher population of homelessness than people with homes.
I'm not surprised,
What
bro.
the
With the way the
fuck?
world's going, man,
That's
and the
fucked.
fucking amount of things that can draw your money in.
I think that the homeless population could be fixed.
There could be a better support system. Absolutely. I can't think of anything in Australia. Like, yeah, there's the.
Well, we have some. We
Drives
have
here and
here
there.
in Windsor. We have homeless shelters. We have like a pretty much entire building devoted to it.
Yeah, but you go to the city, man, and they're just fucking like at stations and shit. Like, there's not that much resource put into it.
Well, apparently, and this might sound, weird when I say it, but apparently a lot of them choose to be in that situation. You know what I mean? A lot of them, not all of them,
Bro,
but a lot of them, because
probably better
they
than
actually
having
have
a-
the option to get better,
Yeah.
but they are actually just like comfortable in
Yeah,
a
I know what
way.
you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
but still, it's such a horrible and sad lifestyle to
Oh.
have to live.
can't tell me
And
about
not
it.
even that. Like, you think of it on the other side of the. Can't think of the word. Other side of it, bro. And there's people that are like homeless because of like domestic violence and shit.
Yeah,
Like women with their kids and whatnot.
yeah. So that's when it gets fucked up.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of supports in those situations.
there is more support for them.
A lot
Yeah,
more support.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the people that have the hardest time with being homeless would have to be a man for sure.
A man who is drug dependent.
Yeah.
and-
Drug dependent for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that all drugs becoming legal would be a good or a bad thing?
Depends how it's regulated.
I think all drugs being legal would be a good thing, no matter what the
absolutely,
regulation.
like reducing the crime rate.
Reduce the crime rate is one
decriminalising
thing.
all of that.
Yeah.
Would be much better on society.
Yeah.
If there was a way to legally obtain drugs, within like a certain like prescription to the like, don't get me wrong, like shit like ice, like that shouldn't.
I still think it should, eh?
I don't think you think it should.
Yeah, I think it should.
I don't think that should be legally regulated. I think if there was other drugs accessible legally,
Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't be an option. Like
Yeah.
it still would.
Yeah.
But over a few years, be able to curve that gap.
Yeah.
And sorry to cut you off. I think marijuana should be the stepping stone.
Yeah. I think marijuana should be legal, but I don't think. I don't know. I gotta hate crime against marijuana.
I'm the same.
I gotta hate crime against it.
Because like
Even though I think it
people-
should be legal, I think I have a hate crime against it.
Yeah, because you can benefit off it,
Yeah.
and it could also put you just
Oh, it can
to the
take over
point,
your
like,
life.
Like how Hugo was saying, you just fucking sit there, do nothing type thing.
Yeah.
Like
It could take over your life.
Yeah.
100%. It could be the only thing you care about in your
Yeah.
life. But a lot of things can. But I think that weed is a healthy thing for things like creativity.
yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's natural.
Yeah, it's natural.
It's not like
Yeah.
chemically mutated to become one compound.
Yeah. And I think that all drugs becoming legal would also fix things like overdoses,
Yeah,
murder,
yeah.
looting, the crime rates we didn't talk about in general would go down. I think it would also fix our hatred towards the police, you know what I mean? Like, what's the reason you hate the police? Because they're trying to take your shit. That's the reason.
Trying to take your shit and fuck with you.
They're trying to take your shit, bro. Like, fuck off, it's mine. Everyone grew up as a kid.
I just paid for this, yeah?
Yeah.
This 50 cost me $50.
Yeah.
I don't need you to take it off me and give me a fucking piece of paper.
Yeah.
And to be searched every
And if it
time
wasn't
I
for
get ID.
taking your drugs, it'd kind of just be like to serve and protect. It wouldn't be to take.
Yeah.
You know, what else are they trying to take? Realistically, like what? Nothing. Guns and that?
Absolutely, exactly. Ice. You can become like a monster on it. But then you look on the other side of the spectrum, marijuana.
Yeah. You can become a fucking monster on marijuana, but not like an evil monster. Yeah, like a fucking couch monster. Like yeah.
Exactly. Couch and snack monster.
Yeah, I hear. But I think that if ice was legal, it would be less. People would be less inclined to be rebellious and do it. And I think that it would be a healthier source of it. It wouldn't be shitly made bathtub shit.
Sorry to interrupt, but there is actually support systems more for ice than any other drug.
Well, do you know ice is the main drug here?
Yeah, and there is more support systems for it than any other drug. Like there is methadone clinics in Parramatta, Blacktown. There's one where I get the station to Kingswood across the road. Yeah. They're everywhere. Like there are support systems for you to get off it. Mm-hmm. It's just being able to get the actual legitimate help. Yeah, well, getting off it is hard enough because it's mixed with a bunch of random shit, bro. Exactly. Mixed with a bunch of random shit. That, all other drugs are mixed with it too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you get pulled over and you've done ecstasy all weekend, you're testing positive for meth. Yeah, exactly. Or speaking of, I think that I will never do drugs again unless I test it, because the more I hear about this fentanyl, what's happening in America, I'm actually starting to get really fucking paranoid about it, what's coming in here. Yeah. Really paranoid. And well, I know Canberra's taking big steps. Hello? Everything's legal to a certain... Oh, yeah, I seen that. Yeah. I think one of the boys shared it. I think it was Jackson. Mm-hmm. Shout out Jackson. Shout out to Jackson. What's legal in Canberra. And pretty much everything to a certain gram. Yeah. I think you're allowed to have a gram of pretty much everything. Yeah. Except there was one thing you couldn't. LSD. Which is like 0.0 something. Well, LSD is measured to the microgram anyway. What is it? MG or MG? Yeah. No, UG. Or UG. Yeah. Which is fuck enough. I heard recently that a tablespoon of a teaspoon or a tablespoon of LSD is enough to dose 10,000 people. Wow. Fuck that. Yeah. I'd hate to be in that room. Which is crazy, bro. Which is crazy. Hate to be in that room. Yeah. The only positive, they were just telling a story about how a guy who has had, like, I think 4 or 5 sheets of LSD drip through his pants in the rain and absorb through his leg. Fuck. And you know what? The skin is the biggest organ in one's body. Yeah, it is. It is literally the biggest organ. So it's gone through that into his bloodstream and he's absorbed all of these sheets of acid, not just tabs. Because he was selling it. He was selling them at a festival. And then 3 months later, he's in a psychiatric ward, not able to tip over because he thinks he's a tall glass of orange juice. And if he spills over, he'll die, bro. It's the funniest thing about drugs, but people think that they're anything and everything. Yeah. Dude, I met a guy who was not best mates, he was good mates with a kid who took acid, and then he thought he was a chicken for the rest of his life. Oh my god. That'd be horrible. That's the opposite side of the spectrum, bro. It fucks with people. Yeah. And that's why drugs are illegal. Yeah. But at the same time, bro, like, some people can eat a peanut and die, you know? Exactly. Like, some people can die breathing. Some people are allergic to the sun. Yeah. Yeah, people are born with all sorts of shit. So obviously some cunt's gonna think he's a chicken taking acid. It's just a matter of draw, bro. If it can happen, it will happen. I don't know what that question was. I don't know, but we're going off topic pretty well here. not even there anymore. My phone forgot. Alright, we'll do a few more. Easy. What do you think is the biggest thing holding mankind back right now? Itself, but why? Like, what is it? I don't know, but it's self, man. Obviously, it's not animals. Humans' worst enemies. Yeah. If there's someone striving to exceed, there's someone there to kick him down.
Yeah, for sure. But why? Like that's what I'm trying to like ask. Like why? What do you think is the biggest thing holding us back from becoming an intercontinental race and leading, bro?
There's
Like
too much out there. There's like we're discussing earlier. Like we don't know everything.
oh,
If
it's like a lack of information.
Yeah, I reckon if everyone had the same equal knowledge on terms of what's real, what's not, humankind would be able to progress more.
Yeah, but then what about like people with their beliefs? Because that's
Well,
also one
that
thing.
was what I was about to touch on, beliefs.
And that's one thing holding a lot of people back as well. Because like you have
There's a lot of beliefs.
mostly every war has been about belief in history.
That's about to be my next thing with
Yeah.
beliefs. Like if everyone believed within the same thing, which will never ever happen.
I disagree. I think everyone does believe the same thing. I think I've been thinking a lot about religion, a lot.
Yeah.
And I won't go deep into it
Look,
in
I'm
this
not religious,
episode.
but I believe there's something there.
See, that's the same thing everyone believes.
But
Everyone.
until like, who's everyone meant to believe?
Yeah.
You can't say that something happened XYZ amount of years ago.
Yeah, it's the pathways to the belief that people don't agree on. It's the scriptures, it's the books, it's the stories, but everyone believes in the same God. There's the same.
But then, again, there's how many religions who are pretty much the exact same. They just have a different word for God.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the difference.
But it's the same God.
Yeah,
that's what's important about it. Everyone believes in the same ultimate higher power, bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's just the pathways that I think are I don't know, what's the biggest thing holding mankind back? I think empathy.
What about money?
Money, nah. There's enough money in the world. There's enough money in the world.
But does the world have enough money to each person per capita?
No. There's definitely poverty in some places more than others.
Yeah.
But that's not what's holding us back. What's holding us back is lack of empathy towards each other.
Yeah,
believing that you deserve more than other people.
Yeah, there's a lot of like self-entitled people.
Yeah.
Within society.
Like fucking Russia wants Ukraine, you know?
Yeah.
China wants...
It's like what, for a bit more land?
Vietnam.
Like, what are you going to do with that more land?
Yeah.
Make a bit more money?
Yeah.
A couple more billion a year?
Yeah. North Korea wanted South Korea. The English wanted the Australians. The Europeans
English wanted everything.
Wanted the fucking Native Americans.
Everyone wanted everything.
Everyone just wants to take what they think is rightfully theirs,
Yeah.
bro. Which I can't hate, bro. Fuck, I can't hate.
I know you love that shit. That fucking... What's that
I want
word?
to take everything, guys.
Pillaging.
Yeah.
Pillaging. You love that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't hate on it.
When COVID became a thing, I was like, fuck, lad. If I got a rucksack of woolies, bro, I'm going to take all the ciggies.
Yeah.
That was my exact first thought.
When I was driving today, I was by myself. I was thinking to myself, like, COVID was a bit of a letdown, you know what I mean? Like, we could have... Imagine everyone got infected like zombies, bro. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, this stuff.
What a letdown, bro. We could have had the World War Z type thing, bro. What a letdown. Oh, well. I think that's definitely what's stopping us. Empathy. Because if you could have more empathy into sharing,
yeah,
the world would probably be a lot more fruitful instead of taking. Yeah. That's what I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock that in, Eddie.
Put that in the notes.
Yeah. All right. I like this one. What do you think are 3 key elements to a successful relationship?
Trust. I think that would be the biggest.
Yeah, I would agree, actually.
Love.
Trust.
Trust even more before love.
Yeah.
Because you can't love without trust.
Yeah.
So it'd be trust, love, and probably happiness.
Happiness. Yeah. As in, when you say happiness, what do you mean by that? Like, happiness with what? Like, happiness with... Like, happiness within the relationship, obviously.
Within the relationship, outside the relationship.
But that comes with healthy elements. You know what I mean? You mean another element. Because happiness you get if you have 3 healthy things.
So
you
trust, love. Yeah, you know, probably health would be in there somewhere too. Like
Health.
being actually healthy.
Yeah. Like health is in like...
Physically
mentally.
health.
Yeah, that would definitely help to a healthy relationship. Physically health. Yeah. I never thought of that.
Because if, like, let's say you have a screw loose in your relationship, like, you're not going to be able to have the trust. Like, you're going to be spinning off somewhere.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, definitely. As we talked about before, mind, body, and soul. You have to be looking after your body.
All needs to be in line.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, you have to love yourself before you can love others.
Yeah, I like it. A perfect answer, to be honest. I'm going to try and do 3 things that you didn't say then, just because I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have... Fuck, you've already said that one. I can't do that one. I'm going to say compassion.
Yep.
Yeah. So... But I don't have a big enough vocabulary, but I'd like a word to describe putting other people first sometimes and putting yourself first sometimes as well. Finding the balance between...
Being selfish and being not selfish.
Yeah. I don't know if there is a word for that, but there should be a word for the balance between...
You just kind of have to make time for yourself type thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to use it as one thing, being compassionate for others, but also putting your foot down and looking after yourself at the same time. Because as you said, you can't love yourself without loving others. The second one I would choose would be... Oh, I got the word for it actually, and I know it's a good one. Compromise.
Yeah, you have to compromise.
Yeah, compromise.
You can't have it all your way, or they can't have it all their way. There has to be a middle ground, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And then third one, I would say respect.
Absolutely.
Respect. Everything that they stand for, you have to stand
respect
for.
Respect in life is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, respect, because that can go as far as respecting each other's families.
Yeah.
That goes a long way. If you start to have an argument with someone's brother, sister, mum, dad, that can definitely take a toll.
Come back for it. You have to be able to... If you do have the argument, it has to be from some form of respect as well.
Yeah,
It can't just be from pure hatred.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think it's healthy to have an argument in a relationship all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy. You can't let someone
it's like venting.
Venting.
As long as, you're able to... respect it, make compromises, all that shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, beautiful.
That was good to hear, actually. Yeah.
All right, you already know what's coming, so I hope you thought of an answer. Previously, most people haven't.
I thought of it.
Oh, good. As you know, the final question is just a piece of advice as to what you would say to someone who just feels a little bit depressed because they're feeling lost.
Don't fuck your mate's ex.
Oh my god.
Don't do it. You're a dog and a shit cunt for doing it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's out there, lad.
Oh.
Thanks for having us, brother.
That's alright.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Beautiful.
Can't wait to do it again.
Alright, done. Easy. That's a wrap.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a 2-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping.